To inaugurate the third annual D&D week, I ask you please recap what happened time you were here. I think we ended with you.
Yeah,
he was here.
with me. So kind of a brief synopsis of what happened is that we were raiding Emilia's area. And so long combat ensues. And we kind of beat her little scout troops. And then we go inside the big old tree of Megiddo. And we're like, well, this is weird. There's people inside. And they're like, I
Drink.
drink the honey. And we're like, sure.
I think actually I was like, I bet.
You
And
were
all of
the
you were
only
like,
one.
what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sitting there like,
Yeah, you were just like, okay. And I was just like, no, what are you doing?
And so she drank it. She got all of her spell slots back, but then she lost health at the
So
same
it's like
time.
30 damage.
And then I think somebody else drank it too. I
I
think
think it
Evan
was
did.
Evan.
And you got more spell slots back, and then we were like, okay, let's keep on going. And they're like, oh, bye. And then we're like,
Bye.
okay, we're just gonna keep on going. And then we met more of them. One guy was dancing in the moonlight, everybody. And so he's having fun in the mud, and then we go out, and then there's like mud giants. We're like, oh, fuck you, mud giants. Kill them all. And so after we kill all the mud giants and everything, we kept on going, and there's a one inky guy, there's a sad boy, this guy who's laughing, this guy's happy, and we're kind of sitting there, we're like, who passed? The card's like, bitch, move. And he's like, no. We're like, bitch, move. He's like, no. And then combat started. I tried to attack the non-combatant.
Yeah.
You're attacking civilians, you're murdering horses. What is wrong with you?
Man was just dancing, having a good time in the mud. Heinrich, unacceptable.
If I'm not happy, you're not happy. So we go in.
We did not kill them,
We did not kill them.
We knocked him
despite someone's best
unconscious.
efforts.
I don't think he's paying attention.
I know.
And so we knocked him unconscious, and then we were like, all right, let's go face Emilia. And then Emilia was like,
Let's be you. Oh, Josh has stood up.
we're like, oh, God.
I'm gonna go turn down the air conditioning real quick. Keep going.
And then we're like, oh, God, no. And then we look up and we see that there's a kind of a gate closing on us. We're like, boop, 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 boop. We go inside, and then Emilia is like, do not cross me. I'll kill you guys. And everyone is like,
We both did that in you.
Dad has the biggest, stupidest grin on his face. Great.
It's like, fuck you, dude. She's like, all right, wombat it is.
Wombat.
And then we
Roll to initiate wombat.
let's roll to initiate wombat. I started backing it up aggressively at him.
Sexual stuff?
Wombat style. That's right. That's right. I learned it at Wombat University.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Crush their skulls against your thick butt.
WBU. On the water, baby. And so we went through, we killed Amelia.
How wombats. They use their butt to crush predators' heads against the walls.
Yep.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yep. And so after we killed Emilia, after a couple of near deaths.
Oh yeah, we almost died.
There's two different
Bye.
combats.
No. They were not near death. Nobody got within one save from death.
Didn't
You're
Borash
welcome.
I mean, technically 3 of us were a couple death saves away from dying, just not ours.
A Porash was one death save away from dying.
Yeah.
Which means...
You're welcome. Samantha.
Thank you, Evan. And so we go through. We find a killer. We killed the tree, a animated tree, and then we were
burned
like,
it.
and then like this dude appeared with the cape, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking knock her out. I'm gonna fucking knock her out. She walks through, and everybody's like, oh, let's just see what fucking happens. And he's like, fine.
It's like, let me do this, Heinrich.
Like, I mean, I have no right to judge you on making terrible decisions.
Yeah, I know.
and so she walked through, and she's like, oh, hi, Grandma. Little does she know.
Bye, Grandma.
You know, she's sitting there with a long, oh, you slide off, you come in monologuing thing with a whole bunch of warnings and everything. And then the Morgan appeared.
Yeah.
and took Emilia away by the throat.
Just went yoink.
Yeah, and we're like,
Mine now.
When someone half your height lifts you up like the throat,
Yikes.
Wait, how tall was the Morrigan?
your height.
Oh.
real
You're
life,
the Morrigan!
real life,
Am I the Morrigan?
Morgan is like 5 foot.
Okay, so she's more than my height.
and so, yeah. Then afterwards, she walked back through the portal, and we're like,
I'm just like, hey, everything's fucked.
Are you still wondering?
"Are you still in?" Like,
Yeah,
what's
I'm
going
just
on?
traumatized.
And so,
Well, that's not
and so then found out when Poresh and Heinrich both got samples of Emilia's blood. Very possible evolution. And then kind of left
Upgrades,
off
baby.
where we're like, all right, loot and let's save Australia.
Yeah.
Loot and scoot.
Loot and
Loot,
scoot.
scoot, and booty. Booty.
Wow. You're doing great. Jeez.
Yep, 40 out of 64, baby.
We're fine.
Yeah.
Holy
Conrad and I are not doing so great.
I'm fine.
Are you? You have 3 more health than me.
Nah.
Oh wait, no, we're even.
Um,
No, we're not. No.
Alright, team nap time.
Team Nat-
well, first, guys,
First,
we gotta help Australia.
yeah, we've got to remove the
Yeah, I didn't
mask
remember where we're at.
that's
in the
trying
whole,
to attach itself to Estrella's
Little-
base.
little-
Everyone was too scared and wanted inspiration to be able to do it.
That's fair. I'll
Understandable.
give
No
you
faith in me.
aura in case she
no
almost
faith
I'll
in me.
give you guidance because I have
Llewellyn,
that now.
will you assist me in this endeavor?
I'm assisting you, babe. I have guidance now.
But
Do you have
medicine?
proficiency in medicine?
No.
Well, it's not assisting, it's just guidance.
Lloyd.
I'm gonna throw something in.
What?
You're a part of this campaign too.
Are you gonna assist me in helping get the branches and everything outside of? Sure. Yeah, I'll give you guys. Well, like, what do you have proficiency in medicine? Yes, I do. Okay. To give me advantage on these checks. Okay. I'll just eventually have guidance up.
Yeah.
Medicine.
Good?
Shenanigans. Why don't you re-roll that? I don't trust that.
That's why we waited.
There you go.
7.
Ethan was like, "We could have done it. It would have been fine.
Famous last word.
You would have killed her."
No.
Look, I've only got so many magical swords. We can't just be letting people die like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, everyone would have, like, and I might have should have been off looking Heinrich. Show.
It takes nearly 2 hours of incredibly delicate work to begin cutting away at the small vines and roots that have started to embed itself into her very existence, her bloodstreams, her nervous system, and
Ooh.
her face. It leaves many scars in the shape of dots around her forehead, cheeks, and chin. She passes out like entirely from the pain.
Understandable.
Well, I thought she was already unconscious.
Yeah, she was like,
She was like groany, like semi-conscious.
I guess I could have knocked her out and then started doing it.
What? Your fist?
I think I have the sleep spell.
Bitch.
No, I don't.
What, you have spell slots?
Just beat
I
it.
just got one.
Fair.
You detach her from the green tree at Megiddo. Start dragging her. Probably not Emran, actually, the one doing it.
I'm weak with
Say,
class.
like,
It's the one with the
your
non-negative
6-year-old
strength.
One of the 4 people with a non-negative strength score.
So everyone but me.
Yes.
Hey, I still
Quit calling him Linguini.
Who are we calling Linguini?
Megiddo.
Megiddo. It is
How do you
funny.
get Linguini from Megiddo?
It's the Guido.
We don't ask these
The
questions.
Linguini Guido.
It's the clarified
There
geek.
it goes.
Douche.
Alright.
Good douche.
All right.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Where are you guys going from?
I think
What
we're
happened
going
to all
back
the masked people?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do something with them?
I mean, like, had they changed at all now that Amelia's dead?
She is coming back eventually,
Did
presumably.
you see how the one you just saved was?
Yeah.
But she wasn't, like, fully.
Yes.
And that
Planted.
took 2 hours to fix.
Do you want to try and help them? They seem to have had whatever this parasite mask is fully embedded into their bodies.
What do you think, Medicine Man?
Should we try and
Will take a lot of time.
I don't think we have that time.
Well, where are we going? Are we going back to the monastery
I
from
think
here?
we're going back to the monastery.
We could try and take them with us.
I suppose.
I
We
mean,
would be hurting
Also, who's the
like
party pouch
10 of
person?
them. I am the party pouch person.
Did you already put in all the money and everything we got?
No,
Also, can we get a short rest?
that's a good idea.
Only a deep.
Thank goodness.
Well,
There's still one daughter out there.
There is one.
Yeah,
Something
sister.
to take you right now, but there are 2 daughters out there.
Yeah, except
get a
one
short
isn't
rest.
evil. So cool.
let's try it. Let's roll instead. Just kidding.
Short rest. We use all of my hit dice. Me too. I am now at like 2/3 of my health.
Say what I'm at.
What?
Oh,
You want-
damn it.
Shut up.
58 out of 64.
Oh,
You know what? I could just roll one more. What's that one? 61.
69,
Nice.
65, 73 out of your 94.
alright. Now I need to freaking go find the money stuffs.
Good rolls.
And because we all took a short rest, I can use the healer's kit if anybody wants.
Nice.
Although I may need to resupply. I got like 12 pieces.
Hmm. Oh, thank you. I was opening Discord to go find it.
Thanks.
Anyone still taking snooze?
I think I'm fine. I've used all of my hit dice.
And let's leave.
Wonderful.
Bailey.
Where shall we go?
Vampire friend doesn't have hit die group.
He does have a regen. It's 5 points per round. 15 minutes.
Hey, that's more than we've got.
Yeah.
That's several layers.
Does it now?
It's more than we got.
also Josh.
Like, we don't have regen.
Josh Roberts.
Are you still cursed? Yes.
Rude.
Hooray, we're gonna have to find out what that does and get rid of that.
It's probably fine.
I think
It's
I'll ask
probably
you now.
not.
It's fine.
Mm,
Other hand, we're rich now, so that's nice.
Oh yeah, we're rich.
If only we could go into towns.
we're rich. We're rich.
If only we could go into town.
How weird the bourgeoisie.
Did you want to go in towns? Now.
I can probably
Yeah, you're
too.
weird.
We're rich. We're rich. You're rich.
I am, yeah.
Longer street.
Oh, I'm not a bitch, Josh.
Australia.
Straight.
Bitch.
What about Australia?
She got longer blood.
Oh god.
Man, you think these guys have enough debuffs?
Probably not.
There we go.
I don't know.
Where you all going?
Ow.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of debuffs on him.
Do we
Okay.
think we'd be able to detach them if we took them with us?
Given enough time and skill.
The question is, how do we take them with us? Because I'd like to help these people, I'm just not sure we have the ability to at the moment. Oh boy. Hmm.
I could technically summon a horse.
Yeah, but there's like we've seen 7 of these people total. I don't think 7 people are gonna fit on a horse.
Multiple of us. We're carrying one of them already.
Yeah.
How many of them could we fit on the horse?
2.
I mean, if I were to make like a rudimentary sled for the horse, which one on that?
Rudimentary sled for the horse, maybe an extra 2, so 4 total.
And we don't know if there are only 7. There might be more that we didn't see.
What are they doing?
They're circling around me.
Alright, well, we
These-
Some of them are still conscious, but could we try and convince them to follow us instead of just circling?
I suppose?
wait, hold on.
Last time I tried talking to them, they tried to tear my face off.
And that was pretty
You
unfortunate.
do have. You kind of just looks like it's like. Your grandma. You could.
Yeah, just say your grandma wants you to take them for a walk.
What are you suggesting?
Like,
Like, disguise myself as my grandmother?
more or less this guy just like this one, slightly more like your grandmother, and then you could
Like one of your sisters?
Yeah.
I don't know what my sisters look like.
No, I'm saying.
Well, I
You
know
know,
what one
yeah,
of them
you
looked
do.
like, but I
You-
killed her.
You know what one of them looks like.
But I'm saying just more or less do this guy's stuff, more or less a more scary version of herself that is more like be like, hey.
Yeah. Is Estrella currently conscious?
No.
Okay.
I mean, but you guys call that's why you're holding us out. Take her outside.
As Emran just kind of breathes in, breathes out, mist kind of coalesces, and they look like their grandmother. You there? Follow me.
Make me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Nice.
The creature immediately cowered,
Don't like that.
like terrified to its bones,
I do not like
dropping
that.
that kind of facade of absolute joy.
This makes me feel bad. It makes me feel icky. I don't like this.
We're trying to save these people's lives, Emran.
I know.
I know it's distasteful, but we can't carry all of them.
No.
And then, almost like a beat dog, comes walking back towards you.
Oh god, my grandmother is such a horrible person.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
I guess we'll get as many of the rest of the sled as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more than I thought, and there's an entire pathway we didn't go.
Let's just protect us.
You
Can
four,
you make
with me?
one more intimidation check. Don't play losers.
Still good.
Nice. Apparently grandma cosplay works.
Grandma cosplay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Their arms like group, their backs slouch as they start.
Oh, I feel horrible.
I guess we get the Josh acting again.
Circles. Remember their health.
Theater.
No circles.
Cinema.
Bad for your mental health.
It's true.
Indeed. I said it as someone who does a lot of circles in their art.
I say it as someone who's been killed by a lot of circles.
Can't even claim that. What circle kid?
I'm a circlist.
Not in this game.
You're a cyclist.
I'm a circlist.
There's a difference.
So,
All right, back to the monastery, I guess.
well, first,
Ooh, sound
what is Avaresh's plans? I mean,
Yeah, what's he doing?
was his thing just where he is now?
He seems to be gauging how quickly he thinks Amelia can resurrect her.
Hmm.
She has not mentioned anything about the whole we need to get
She'll tell him once they're out of there, once we're kind of a bit more separated from everyone about the vision with the churches and the relics and such, and ask if he has any idea where those churches might be. Because I sure don't.
3 churches.
Yeah. It's one at the mouth of the forest, one at the site of a forgotten massacre, and one on a hill where no road leads.
Did Josh pronounce about these?
Not cryptic.
What I know about these?
Nightmare Hills? Question mark?
Roll me.
So assuming they're in the Witchwood.
Okay.
Don't think it's
Those are the
necessarily
three?
down here.
Hold on.
Mouth of the forest.
Okay. Wait.
Okay. So,
13?
Dragon's
16?
Vault and
13?
One Forgotten Massacre?
Maybe? Could be. Remember the being churches there.
See, the
No.
first church at the mouth of the forest is a church in Everstowe. It's the church of the third morning.
Of course it's an Everstowe.
God damn it.
Another church is in Stadborough. It's at the top of a grassy hill where its bishop intentionally got rid of the road to preserve the church's natural beauty. The last one, Forgotten Massacre. Didn't rest.
Oh,
And
that's
the
at least
Temple
2
Square-
places that we're banned from going.
In the Temple Square, where a group of resistance fighters were slaughtered by the last King Dragon, trying to stop the war.
Well, I
You
think we
wouldn't
need
have
to go to rest anyway,
But a poor rush would have
because grandmother's warning said something was happening in rest.
Something's always happening at rest.
Yeah,
It's never good.
no.
At least we're not banned from Stadborough yet, correct? Not fully.
Correct.
been.
Not that we know.
No, we haven't heard from them or spoken to them in a while. It's fine.
Look, there's a lot of people out there and sending's expensive. Okay.
Sending is expensive, yes.
Alright. I mean, we're gonna have to go to Everstowe at some point. I don't even know where to start with rest. Other than that one, maybe?
We're going to rest eventually.
I'm stealing a relic.
Maybe it's not stealing. Maybe.
Reallocation of resources.
I mean, I feel like we're just wait to see you again.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Conrad. Conrad, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Which version of you, Connor?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Weird Dwight.
Weird
I
one.
mean,
Why is Michael always the cryptid?
I mean, most of the guy there with most people not seeing me.
I thought you like terrorized some gardeners.
I did terrorize some gardeners, and that's one. Well,
Okay, Mose, that's the most. I got it.
Yeah.
I have my old
Borash
friend.
had
in
a slightly worried look on his face, and it's like,
rest. I have my old friend in rest, though he probably has heard that we quote unquote murdered people and assaulted people.
How good was this friend?
which
Very
to be
good.
fair, you assaulted many people.
Yes, we have
That is
assaulted
true.
many people.
We could have assaulted them.
I would be more surprised to say if you hadn't murdered some people since you escaped.
We haven't murdered people.
Not that we know of.
Not that we know of, correct.
Man really just pushed X to down.
But
Look, we're trying to
He-
avoid that.
he was a good friend. We just kind of stopped talking to each other. Letters just kind of stopped happening.
Do you
So,
think he might be willing to listen about whatever everything that's going on?
God, I hope so. I don't know. It's been like 5 years.
And you haven't
I mean, I sent the last letter between us. He never really responded.
Oh, what's like your dad then?
I don't. There's a possibility.
Yeah, it kind of just over it.
There's definitely a possibility. He was drafted into Rest's military.
Certainly. Then.
Well, it's at least a lead to go on. We can at least try and check.
Yeah. Well, that's something I'm gonna have to process if he's dead.
I don't know.
I'll hope for the best, expect the worst, I imagine.
Yep, that's the story of my life. Well, Scarlet Monastery? Because we need to get these people somewhere. Do I have to keep the grandma disguise the whole time?
Probably.
I hate looking like my grandmother. I look like a hag.
I'm sure
Look, just focus on the lives you're saving, okay?
It's all Josh.
How much this would piss off your grandma?
I look like a hag.
You were using her image to undo her work.
Fine. Let's go. I don't want to keep this disguise longer than I have to.
Besides, we need to get back there before Karstein pulls whatever stunt he's about to pull.
Oh, God. He's probably going to be attacking the Scarlet Monastery. He's coming after our
After
families.
we were accused of murder, the Scarlet Inquisition took our families into protective custody. So they're all there, and after we jailbroke these two, he made some less than covert threats.
He tried to sell me to the witch and tried to enforce that by potentially killing Conrad, which did not happen. Wonderful. And when he did that, he sent me a message saying that he's going to have to take drastic measures. And during the time I was captured by him, he asked what I would do for my family. So
This should be an excellent time to this diversion to get endeavors.
do we think the Scarlet Monastery can handle it?
Probably not. That's why it's a good diversion. It will be long and drawn out.
Our families are in the Scarlet Monastery.
Get them out.
Where would we take them?
Not a terrible idea.
It's not a terrible idea, but there will probably have to be explanations.
I mean, we haven't been explaining so far.
No,
I don't see why we should start now, frankly.
I suppose we don't necessarily have to tell anyone what a vampire is.
I think, the guy who's trying to kill us all is coming here. This is no longer a safe place to be. Is a pretty good explanation.
Yeah. God, my mother. She's not herself. She can barely function. I'm not sure she's able to travel.
How do you mean?
Fine.
So when people undergo like a lot of stress, they kind of go catatonic. My mother is kind of like a walking version of that. Like, she's awake, she has perception, but it's not good. Her sense of time is wrong. Her memories are weird. She thought she saw me like a week ago before we came to the monastery, which we expressly didn't. Her mind is not doing okay.
And even still, I think this would be safer than being in the site of the siege.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just put her on the horse so that she doesn't have to exert herself too much.
All right.
Heinrich Llewellyn, y'all are being awful quiet.
It's
What?
also
Dear God.
also why don't we message the
What?
I thought he was making a Lord of the
The Eagles! The Eagles are coming!
Eagle.
Why didn't they just take the Eagles to Everstone?
So go out here in the distance. Eleanor, come here.
Well, if we want this diversion to actually work, why don't we just have the Eagles to come out and help destroy that army while we go down
Who are the Eagles?
Night band.
That's the ones that replace mine.
One
Out of character, man needs to get out more.
one night. It's against the Royal Army.
A night band and the people at the monastery against the royal army and the undead.
How large are these? Well, how large would these armies be?
Or a little too far removed to really know.
And this is assuming we could even get their help. We didn't exactly complete what they asked for us.
Eagles.
Yeah? Was that not the eagles we were gonna kill the...
Plague
That's
spreaders?
the plague
No, that
spreaders.
was the Silver Order.
That was the Silver Order.
Which we also didn't do, but that's
Yeah.
kind of water under the bridge at this point.
We have bigger problems.
That sucks, but I don't know what we can do about it now.
Say at least rather than more or less either destroy an army or that they could at least get most of those things out. People at the Scotland Monastery. Because if you think about it, many of the Knights Orders do not have radiant damage. What thing do we need to
Do you
get
think you
this
could convince the fanatics?
The Fanatics probably not, but some of the others maybe.
Such as what? What do you mean?
I
I
don't...
mean, they have non-combatants in the monastery now. They've got other civilians.
Yeah, well,
Their
they've got a
support
bunch of
staff.
residents of Darrishire,
Yeah, they're not all
which is...
inquisitorial.
Yeah.
Word I was looking for.
Tree.
I don't think we can do that.
What did you say?
It's a
Arming the
tree.
villagers.
We're arming the villagers.
We're hoping to evacuate the villagers so we don't have to.
Yeah.
Peasant railgun.
Peasant
Yeah.
Railgun. That's how we kill Karstein, peasant railgun.
We'd still
Just
be
for the
having to
disrespect.
travel through the Witchwood with, like, what, 20 additional people?
It's not that far off, I think, is it?
Give them one of
It's the
Heinrich's
Witchwood.
rocks.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. It's not that we also bring down this.
We are pretty scary.
We are pretty scary,
We
yeah.
have killed a lot of the scary things in the Witchwood. Like,
Also, Josh, how many
There are...
How many of the souls like the
Oh, the
other
frickin'
soldiers we have in our what was the name? In its army?
He's got about a dozen whites and about 4 dozen zombies.
how much do they start with?
3 dozen whites and about 200 zombies.
Wow.
Okay.
Devastation.
Yeah.
Still not as much damage as you rolled up.
Sorry about that.
It doesn't win wars.
No, it doesn't.
How do you intend on contacting these eagles?
I think the only method of contact we have is Llewellyn sending messages. Okay.
Also, if we are going to get our families, we'd also just get over to the bell and we can at least tell her
What would we tell her exactly?
how to get rid of us.
But we don't think this is a fight we can win.
Yeah. We're just
Okay.
trying to convince her that this is more or less essentially a battle if they stay here.
Heinrich, that's your job.
Ensure that someone can have
Thank
and ensure that radiant damage to magic can be
I don't know whether or not she'd listen, but it's at least worth a try.
Well,
Nope.
he won't. But like I
Maybe
said,
the
possibly.
Grand Inquisitor will.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't meet with her. Did she seem
She seems
reasonable?
more reasonable than Isabel. Fair,
If it's
but she did like bless me with protection for battling the witch.
yes, which
So she seems intense, but all right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The better question is, do we think they'll let us leave with our families?
That's another question.
Considering that we're a danger to not only ourselves, but the individuals around us.
Yeah,
Probably,
exactly.
Plus, on top of that, Scott Monastery seems to be highly defensible. I know that we could take them to, which is home. But there's still a lot of unknown. We don't know the numbers. if they
Yeah.
are coming. We go around and scout, try to get a good number, try to beat them here in time.
It's an option.
We need to stay in contact with Isabel at the monastery. Just
Actually,
Yeah, you've got like the constant thing going.
if we do something like that, not just send me, because I can just send back a Raven. I can just send back a Raven with a written down message. It's got a monastery.
Tell them what.
More or less keep tabs on the army numbers. Size. Because even though there's like I could do all that, then possibly try to run back. Whereas Connor is like I can just be sending them.
Do that now, but you intend to defend the monastery.
I don't want the people there to die. The people of Darrowshire that are currently being housed there.
And to be fair, we don't know how strong an army Karstein's sending. We don't even know if this is a fight we can win.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm willing to take that chance.
That's all I'm saying. I should probably go. If I can, he can have his own red. Amelia. Borrow him.
No, what, the horse?
The horse.
Who's dragging four masked individuals?
Yeah. The horse is got people.
Like, I would love to say yes, but that's just gonna leave us with the problem we already have. I mean, where do we think they'd be marshaling?
Sure.
Probably. How long would it take you to get there?
I mean,
Who would be marshalling at Darrowshire?
Karstein.
Okay,
Asshole.
it's palpable.
The irony is palpable.
I mean, if I can borrow some.
Do we have leather armor?
I thought you had leather armor. Oh,
Had is the key word. It got taken.
I thought
from
that was
us.
more reason that I could.
No.
Okay.
That is, I got armor, and I was told only weapons. No other armor, no other gear set from.
Yeah, we don't currently have any armor. We just have a shield.
This guy's comprised of leather armor.
yes. I'm not wearing
Yeah, but
Woodsman's disguise.
what's in, yeah,
Oh. That's right.
it's like,
Sorry.
it's,
Good thing you still
Connor-
have that.
Connor takes it on and essentially just says, alright, well, as long as it I shall get the numbers.
Wider than you probably need.
It's essentially just like he's like tying it down. But it's like it just looks like an interesting suit at this point because it's like so baggy.
Oh my god.
But he'll say he'll get the numbers, and then essentially when we get those numbers, we will determine if we want to more or less defend what he says or more or less try to back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because as of right now, we kind of know the Witchwood better than the army's coming in.
Yeah,
We spent way too much time
we have.
here.
I
to
never thought we
not-
might actually be safer in the Witchwood.
Yeah, that's a terrifying concept.
Strange times we live in. Shut up.
It has a great deal of use.
Certainly
I
does.
disagree.
I can
Century-
certainly see why the other
centuries worth
witches
of-
were here.
Let's Let's see. Conrad is traveling alone.
Yay.
Conrad, can you roll me a D12?
I just realized you have your mouse in your
Oh yeah, this is how I look when I'm teaching.
Oh.
Oh, you just do it on the leg. Oh,
Yeah. Got a fat thigh.
I was like, dang, if Orash is really fidgety today.
Oh no, that's
I
just
completely forgot
know.
that the Huntsman tools had leather armor.
that's why.
See, I don't have my
That's why your dad is
woodsman
here.
disguise anymore.
I don't know if it was possible,
I have those smells.
but considering I went second level on Star Steward, I have some. Beast.
Oh.
I don't know if they could have upped me.
I mean, doesn't
Now you
Seven
don't
Beast
want-
only last an hour?
Can you
Yeah.
you extra 2d12 more?
Good.
Let's go with 2d10. You arrive at Darshire, and you see smoke rising from many of the buildings.
Oh, good.
Can you please roll me an investigation or perception check?
Lots of cocktails.
Also, the reason why I want to do this is because now I have all my rogue shit. I have a +7 to investigation now.
Nice.
Um,
Oh.
I have a +7, which is 6.
Roll the 6.
23. It's kind of
decimation.
We're screwed.
500 men at arms, 100 knights,
Yeah, well, no.
his
No.
lieutenants, and you spot 3 Griffin riding clones.
Nope.
No.
It's time to run.
But
Wait, what type of romance?
Griffin ride.
Oh,
That Griffin mail.
Perhaps this might not be a question though of can you kill all of them? So much as can you beat enough of them to bloody their nose and get them run? That's a bigger question.
That is a good question.
how powerful are men arms?
Man at arms is a CR 1/8.
Like a chew.
Oh, yeah.
You're really good.
It's a guard.
Trying to think.
And there's 100 of those? Or 500 of those?
500 men. If I could
And,
put this in terms of how that will look mechanically, deck save against heroes.
oh,
It's not going to
Yay.
be please attack these 500 tokens
Oh, God,
that I've
no.
set out on
Our
I
computers
think that would actually.
barbecue your guys' thighs.
Hey, all I need is make one deck save, and I'm taking 0 damage.
Well, it's great for you.
This is why I now have darkness. So that they, oh, it's a deck save. Right?
Where does the water system look like? Is it just the river, more or less?
Just like you guys when you lived here. It's the small portion of the river that leads into Lake Preston. No war crimes you think.
Oh, good. War crimes. Already?
It's war crimes the clock.
What dead head are you going to throw into the river?
Oh, I was just gonna
Tie it to the river so that it's leaking out.
Oh, God.
Just throw Emilia's head in there.
oh, you know, I was wondering and see if there's like, there's like a fucking,
Did you take her head?
I don't think
I
we
didn't-
did.
Good.
Yeah.
Ew.
I don't want to carry that. No.
well,
I mean, if anyone's got
Well,
random Amelia body parts, it's
I'll bet Josh.
you
is
two.
there- Is there
You
ale?
two is it?
They're ale.
Oh, yeah.
It's their ale.
Is there ale?
He's
What do
getting
you have on it?
smashed.
Well, that's the thing. Connor was just gonna essentially just take a lot of like essentially dung and shit from the ground, just put it into the ale.
Oh.
Essentially, just to give them dysentery.
You want to try this?
Biohazards.
Dysentery.
You want to try this?
You have died of
You want to try
dysentery.
dysentery?
I am asking you, are you taking that?
Let's see. What's the guard look like?
The guard looks like about 10 knights on the summit.
But you are him. It'll be fine.
That's the thing is I'm not like legitimately like
It's high reward.
high reward.
Are
Yes.
you potentially willing to cause their deaths?
Oh, he's fine with that. That's not what we're worried
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, no, that's all wrong.
Look, if we end up in a fight with these guys, I don't think we're stopping at knocking them out.
No.
Alright,
Especially because she needs a 100.
I need 100.
I don't think they've drunk any weird things yet.
see.
The assumption was you were going to.
I said
That
yeah.
revealed it.
We're real
Can I
rumors
see
of
a
shit, man.
position I can get Recon in there?
Hmm?
Is there a position I can essentially get
You can peek through the small, crude wooden palisade that's around the town at this point.
Okay.
But you have to get there first. They
Uh,
have clear cut a lot of the woods around your guys'
How dare they?
in the treehouse.
How fucking
How
dare
dare
they?
they?
Alright,
They need to burn.
In that case, Conrad essentially is going to
He's
send
here
out
for
a
war
message
crimes real
of,
quick.
a message of how many men are there, and then he's going to spend a while to essentially get a lot of, essentially make himself a ghillie suit out of like mud and essentially sticks and shit, just to get it better.
Do
Or
you
just
have proficiency with the disguise kit?
Conrad's gonna
I
Conrad.
do.
You're not here.
I know.
see. I sadly do.
I need to
Okay.
take my phone out of my
I would give you a flat +2 to your self check to get up to the wall.
Yeah.
For your very jury-rigged ghillie suit.
I have painter
It's not
supplies.
exactly something you're really, really good at. You've probably done it a few times. It's not. You are not a ghillie suit specialist.
phone.
You are not proficient in ghillie suit.
Do I see like any like?
I
men
can Peter. I
traveling
could
in and out
Peter
or no?
the shit.
All
I
of them
could
are
have
traveling
two.
from the north, and they come with wagons, with supplies.
I could have also casted
A
invisibility.
lot of them
on
are coming with big barrels,
I have advantage on stealth.
large crates, and sacks, covered wagons.
And do those all look like armed men at arms?
Most of them are being guarded by 1 knight and 4 men.
But I try to put Recon on one of those
Push
In
him in
one
the
of the
barrel,
barrels?
he disappear. If he's more than blank feet away from you at the end of your turn.
barrels. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was gonna put him in and switch.
In the barrel, no. You cannot. You do not have line of sight into one of the
Okay, cut
barrels.
again into the cart then.
Into the cart.
So I can hide.
How far out does it need to be?
30 feet.
You would need to make a stealth check.
We believe in you.
I'd
You are
rather do-
him.
I'd rather do that against 1 knight and 4 men at arms rather than 10 knights.
You make good points. Please roll me a stealth check to try and smuggle yourself onto a supply cart. Who knew that the Echo Knight
Give me 1 second.
would be one of the strongest stealth members?
Yeah, because Recon doesn't make any noise.
At this point, I'm the least effective of the stealth crew.
Let's see.
It's still leaps and bounds above any of the others.
Oh yeah, +6 is a +6,
Let's see.
14, is that what you're stuck with?
and disguise potential.
Oh, he's using it. Guys are technically
How dare they?
Couldn't Karstein have hired lazier guards?
against y'all.
How dare?
Look, I could live to be underestimated for once.
Please underestimate us.
You become a master manipulator by underestimating anybody.
I mean, fair.
You got really close. The furthest man in the back, man at arms, almost kicks you in the face as you're like going prone in the grass. Rolled a 16,
Oh, God.
and you have made it onto the cart. Can you make me one more stealth check to stay hidden on a cart, as it is checked into? Yeah, never mind. These guys have a +4. I doubt it. The knight possibly could.
Yeah, it's like a one time I'm like,
Can't picture it though.
I'll tell you this. Last time I did this arrest, I legitimately had to like take some time in the break and just take a couple of hits. Just be like,
Just
exactly. It was like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
We're getting
Chaos time.
no, none of them can reach your 24 there. You manage to hide yourself. You like toss a couple of sacks of flour out of one of the crates and like bundle yourself up in there.
All right.
nice and cozy.
Essentially, Connor pokes a knife through essentially the little slide. Is it wooded?
Yeah.
So you look in there, look out, and essentially when he spots essentially a dark alley or was a place where no switch look, then switch out, then he's in sky self.
They will curse one day their reliance on line of sight. Clear line of sight should be the word here. Alright, so you're disguising yourself as a man at arms or a knight?
Man at arms because they're more. And also, I'm wearing. Well, it does technically change it, but also I'm wearing, not ching ching ching.
Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah,
Fair
so
enough.
it's more or less.
Alright, so you are in Darshak. They seem to have been placing a lot of this into Acosta's mansion. A lot of the supplies, it's like just built up. You actually got lifted off of the cart and into the mansion.
Okay.
Full circle.
From the mansion.
What are you gonna do?
In that case, where is the? Because all the supplies you said are conversely right next to me. Where's the alcohol?
The alcohol?
Yeah.
Make me an investigation check.
Now is not the time to drink, Conrad.
Oh, also poison alcohol by
I know.
all the shit and essentially finding a couple rat bodies and throwing them in there.
Now just find the highest proof stuff you can and just light a match.
I'll should re-roll that one.
Yeah, let's burn our rerolls quick.
No, I'll let it. Because at least this one I'm disguised and I can take another one.
You go searching through, and eventually you are challenged. You are found and challenged by another man at arms who says there's not supposed to be anybody in this room. We already
Alright,
put all
that
this
brave
stuff out
soul.
to you.
Sorry, man, they just left me in there. You know Gregory?
Fastballs.
Oh yeah, do you know him from yeah, he left it on me. Alright, fine, I'm out of here, Okay, I'll leave. Josh Armstrong is good.
Pure passion aggressive.
And also, is there bags in this room?
Make him an attack roll.
Oh no, is there bags in this room?
There are.
Okay.
Just stuff them in.
Assassin's Creed style.
For real.
Throw the body in the.
Poor soul thought some guy was just looking for alcohol, but he met the main character.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh.
Oh no!
I rerolled it.
Oh, somebody locked me in here with the door that locks from the inside. That was the best lie you could have ever told, Michael.
Hey, it's pretty weird that the supply closet locks on the inside.
No, it's not a supply closet. It's the mansion.
I know.
room. It's just a bedroom.
Just tell them their security stuff.
Oh my God.
That's the thing.
You're like he's being sarcastic. He's being kind of a little crap, and he's like messing with the door to prove that doesn't make any sense. And then if there were anybody in the adjacent hall, they would have just heard a very dull.
Yeah. It basically complicated because the perimeter is fully snaps.
And he falls. He just. Oh, that.
Oh, so
that-
we are murdering
It
people.
was. The bags in here.
Yes.
There's bags. Alright, toss them in there.
He's
Okay, so
dead,
full on murder.
Okay.
Well, not dead.
Well, you snapped his neck. You just
So
said.
Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna kill him then.
Okay, he's unconscious, and you stuff him into a cream bag.
Alrighty.
What supplies looks like they won't be open in a while. Put them back there. Actually, I'm gonna look for alcohol.
Roll for prescience.
It'll probably take until he wakes up for this to be found.
Oh well. He could help me in a way. by taking the alcohol.
What was that motion?
He's not rotting yet. It's not going to be as effective.
It's not even effective. Uh, where's the essentially the supplies they look like it's like far in the back they won't touch.
It's basically behind like one of the old screen the coaster will like get dressed.
Okay. Well, put them back there.
Alright. You've got about 8 hours before he wakes up.
I will. And you said find out what would probably take that long.
Please roll me not that long, but depending on your rolls, if you keep rolling bad investigation,
All right.
things are gonna get worse.
Hmm.
Things are gonna get worse.
Actually, could I cast guidance? Would there be a point where I
Do you want to risk?
No.
It's a coin flip for you. Whether you know whether someone's gonna hear you cast it.
No.
Well,
A 12. You roll me a d4. Okay, can plan poison the water in the Volga. You continue wandering through Costa's huge arch displays and far too large left east wing. You just roll me another investigation check.
How long
to
was
continue to find. Well, that took you about an hour.
Nice.
Finally! When did you think of this? The cellar. That makes sense.
As Conrad goes in there, essentially just starts scraping a bunch of boot, and essentially stuff he's been gathering up on the woods.
Oh god.
Can you make me a select check?
Chucking witchwood mushrooms in there.
Oh god.
Oh, can I borrow someone's
Sure.
inspiration?
I don't have it anymore.
Sure.
Whoa. I'm asking because
Do enough of a job that's not necessarily immediately obvious. Things like spreading it around the rims of the barrels, hiding it under the lids, taking a stick and like plunging it. You have thoroughly befouled that area,
Miss.
especially the ones that they use to water down to create grog.
alright,
7.
Yeah, if they come fight us, they're gonna be doubly mad now.
let's see.
Yeah.
So if they come fight us, they're gonna be doubly mad now.
After that, in that case,
They'll
I'm going
deserve
to-
it.
Because how long did that take? Did that take 2 hours?
No.
Alright. Because I was gonna essentially go outside, chill out with essentially a group of men for an hour, essentially just learn out. Short rest, and then make my escape so I can get recharged.
We'll get one second win back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna require any roll for that. Please make me. How are you getting up?
Is there supplies going out?
It's all coming in. It seems like they're preparing. Almost for a siege.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
how's-
probably because they are.
Huh?
How's the river? Did they have the grade up?
I don't think the river was a great made for the river.
Okay,
The,
cool.
the town was kind of abandoned before the full wall was erected.
Because Conrad.
Brother Bernard.
Yeah.
Conrad in that case is like shit thinking like should I just jump in the river instead of just swim it down for a while?
Make me a stealth check if you want.
That or let's see. Is there any like knights or essentially soldiers with any horses way up there?
Steal a horse.
They're just gonna be like, oh, ding, ding, get on his horse and just take off in the other direction. Essentially the fucking direction to Eversole or
You see a group of 3 griffins have been tied down to a very large post with a decent tether. You see 4 large black horses
Oh no.
have been kept in the tavern stable.
Okay.
And other than that, it's just rat horses.
how about griffins? Is there knights flying around them?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Conrad's gonna get eaten by a griffin.
Yeah.
Conrad's gonna take it.
I know.
Actually,
You show up back with a griffin.
You know,
Oh,
that's
swear to
what-
God.
Just like, what was that about? Like
You have an interesting concept of stealth.
stealth.
Yeah, that's it.
I bet
It's not really.
you don't see anything.
Let's see.
Around the
Okay,
griffin.
cool. I don't really trust that. I'm gonna go to the river plains because that's the one I can actually get out. So,
Okay.
Nah, steal the griffin, it'll be funny.
so no, because I actually want this plan to work because they actually need to sit down and drink the drink.
Smart man. Roll me a stealth check.
I'm gonna add the defense to that to ensure I get it.
Seems a bit paranoid.
Unnecessary, but alright.
31.
Seems a bit paranoid. But rightfully so. There was a row when I heard in the group.
Hmm.
I'll throw this dragon at you. Fall asleep again.
Do it.
You make it out. You start getting washed out towards the fields, which
What?
perception check.
Perception.
Guidance.
Investigation.
Could accept an investigation substitute. Woo. Despite it being the middle of summer, you see that these fields haven't been planted. You see a lot of tracks, not just of men. You see several undead
Of women and
corpses
children,
scattered
too.
around the field. Zombies, skeletons, whites. Everything looks sick, as if diseased,
As if the undead are diseased.
as if the fields are diseased.
Oh,
Fucking goddamn cursed.
would I know if like there's like any like relic or any essentially magic item that like some priest would have gone range with?
Not that you know, but I would lost this.
Okay. 'Cause it's just one of those things thinking it's like might be either growing the tree or I'll do those there, but is there any knights anything following me?
Or fully unspotted, it's your.
You rolled a 30 something.
Yeah.
I think someone could beat you, but he's sleeping right now.
Meh.
That's what I'm saying. He's sleeping right now. I will then essentially be like, alright, I will message to everyone the amount of knights and amount of guards I saw. Via the bird. I have already sent essentially the rock message. I'll send the more exact numbers. Which might be essentially going in there and people around.
Alright, now let's handle everyone else transporting all of these poor unfortunate souls.
In pain. In need.
And everybody else, please roll me a d12.
Oh boy. Hep. Oh god. Oh god.
Fine.
Oh boy.
First, adversary's fight. Can I control adversary's fight?
Let me double check that it's a fight.
That or I'm falling in the river again.
You didn't see anything. So what happened? Managed to poison the water supply?
Poisoned their
alcohol.
booze.
Poisoned
He
booze.
also found their numbers. About 600.
What
Okay.
an old black dragon. Yeah, I'm not running that. Yeah.
No! Holy
Oh.
god, no.
That's a
What
story
else?
on its
What's
own.
fun? There's a field?
Oh yeah, field of corpses. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
there's like a bunch of undead in the fields outside
Yeah.
Darashire.
and it's like corrupted fields.
How many undead were there, do we know?
Josh. I mean, you saw white skeletons. And
Enough that you can see several of them in different places.
Ooh,
Like they were walking.
lovely.
Lovely.
I mean, you guys, imagine it's like you guys send off Conrad. 3 days later, you guys get like 3 messages from crows. It's like, number 1, I got numbers. Number 2, I got in. Number 3, I got out.
It's like I'm not even surprised at this point.
No.
Yeah,
The UNT are not here.
Yeah.
Yay. Someone's combat in the Witchwood. Except for that one dude, he was chill.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, we
Is
did okay.
the Onis
Yeah.
pop up again?
Yeah, 10 Onis show up again.
No.
Well, we had a good run to get.
But how Conrad's like somehow slowly becoming the stealth person.
Yeah.
You know I started
Second Night
like,
is too good, man.
Conrad is now the cryptid.
They're traveling through the swamp, which is the water itself protests your passage.
Weird.
You are attacked by 8 water elementals.
We're gonna get whelmed.
Not 8.
We're gonna get slightly less whelmed. I don't have an aura.
This is
Rude.
fine. What do I have against water elements? Not a lot. Oh, protection from evil and good covers elementals.
See,
I don't know.
they don't want to get whelmed. Whelm is just such a funny word.
Yes. Well.
Well.
I was not planning for these. Okay, what do I have? Because I don't know. Sometimes things are weird. I can only do darkness shenanigans if I have sorcery points to back it up, which I do not.
Imagine having resources.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay, I think we're going to start. Oh, Quicken takes 2.
Just fireball them.
I don't have Fireball. I'm a warlock.
Get fireball.
Yes,
Fireball the water.
Simply get good.
Fireball the water element.
Okay,
And
I'd say
water.
it was a good plan.
Okay.
Good plan, great plan.
I love how that screen you can see the aura up on, the rest of ours we can't.
Oh yeah, I need to put up my aura.
Well, at least someone gets vision.
Yay!
No, I can't see it.
Okay.
It's
Thank you.
I guess let's just summon a friend. Summon my shadow.
Let me and my game pull up, lad.
What? Alright. Shadow. Oh, and it deals cold damage, which means that potentially movement debuff for these things. We are going to make this a despair one.
mood.
And then we go bop. Sad. That'll be my turn. Let's scoot back a bit.
Well,
Ah!
Cause movement.
Can the two of you please? Well, 90 supposed to. Can the two of you please roll me a strength saving throw as it tries to eat the two?
Don't like.
Oh.
Get yoked. You take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. I just need a con save button.
Not quite yoked. Get grabbed.
Am I pushed out?
I have been whelmed.
Well, you're 93 health.
I think it's time to break into my sweets. It's Skittle time.
It's your turn.
Right. Emerald heal 14 HP.
Cameron is in the middle of a whirling whirlpool, and Llewellyn just goes,
Down the ass going, okay.
Put a band-aid. There's a band-aid on it.
That's my concentration.
This is just syringe.
Oh god.
it is a 4
No, that's common.
No, that's legitimate yogurt should the skin pack happen. Yeah. Alright, I believe they got it. I legitimately think it'd be better to go deal with more with this boy.
Put that tankiness to use.
Yes. So,
It's weird not having music.
It is.
Here, I'll turn on mine.
Both hits
it's
for
it's
28, 34 damage.
It's weird, we only see one of them.
It appears I do not get music.
Wait, does it get cleave, Josh?
Nope.
Okay. Let's just start then.
You should get Cleve.
Llewellyn,
You
strength save.
I do not get music. That is unfortunate.
It's deeply unfortunate.
I can go into Spotify and play something.
What you know is, Conrad probably did that with 55
Amelia, is your buff still too?
I believe so.
Terrible.
You take 14 bludgeoning damage
Rip.
and are grappled.
That's me. Figured. I got 2 friends against you. I have a friend against it. A friend against it.
No, was Llewellyn not a friend?
No. I
Cringe.
healed.
And let's just go.
Get you some more caster, buddy.
It's 2 more.
Punch. She.
We're
And
never
then-
getting those 2 more.
Punch and then 3 cuts. I've already taken off the.
We are whining.
Here.
It's because of all that shit.
2.
Around the cities.
Nice.
Okay, it's a little dagger.
Little
Yeah.
dagger.
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't think you'd ever actually use it.
Here I am now.
I mean, you gave us those, and then just immediately ran right up to us.
Yeah.
Bonus action punch. Bonus action flurry of blows. So 2 more punches.
What's that? One more punch. You already made one punch.
Yeah, because that was the regular attack, and then extra attack was the third.
Walk me through this. You're level 8.
Yes.
You have 2 normal attacks with your weapon.
Yes. I have monk punch, right, and then offhand is third cutter.
Uses your bonus action.
Is a bonus action for it. Okay, I have more punch.
Unless you have.
Nick.
So you get 1 extra attack as a part of your attack.
I'm too late. Damn. The knife is better than my fist, apparently.
Wow, using weapons is more effective than I thought.
Shit.
Also, Heinrich in melee range.
I know.
Absolute
Look, sometimes the fight comes to you.
hogwash. Avoris, make me a strength save.
So,
He is being
Come on,
whelmed.
Apple.
I feel like everyone except for Llewellyn has kind of forgiven Avoris.
I mean, look, we had like mutual beef and we got over it. You know, we both bullied each other and now we're cool.
Yeah.
Except for Llewellyn, apparently.
No, this is just
Like, look, you scared us in the forest with your scary creature one time. We
We
killed a
killed
bunch
you.
of your stuff.
Avoris takes 18 bludgeoning damage.
it's fine.
But now he's chill. I think.
You
So
secretly
I-
adopted two of us and now we have to be cool.
Amelia.
So it's punch, punch, then stab. Punch, stab, stab. I don't know why I'm so confused about this, man.
I don't.
Punch. What is your main hand?
Punch.
Punch, punch, stab.
Or stab, stab, punch.
No,
have to
punch.
crit.
Your main hand is your punch. It's two
Okay.
punches.
Punch it.
Nick gives you an extra slash as a part of your attack.
The one with slash us.
That's your main hand then.
It would need to be in your main hand.
Yeah, then
Okay.
your secondary hand is your punch.
And
Got
you
it.
don't have mastery in daggers.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean,
But you don't have mastery.
I mean, surprisingly, he could have probably taken it.
no. Could have promised.
That's a level up.
Top one is cleave.
What?
Okay.
Cleave.
I'll
Top
rename
one
it.
is cleave? What?
Yeah, the top number is cleave.
Oh.
I have bonus damage now.
Oh, goodness.
I could have switched out whip for.
It's okay, I'll rename it to make it clear.
No, I see it. Elemental
Damage
number
type three.
3 is critically wounded. The other one takes all of 8 cleave damage.
That's not nothing. Well, that's all I can do. I don't deserve spell slots anymore.
Strength save from Shemrin.
Wow.
Shemrin is
Cannon.
taking 12 bludgeoning damage. I don't think anyone has failed this save yet.
I mean, pass.
Past this save, except for Heiner. Shemrin, it is your turn.
Alrighty. I guess we stab. How many friends do I have? Are you a friend, Evan?
He's not.
Cool.
It's too
Deeply
murderous.
saddening. Alright, and we go stab stab. Nice. Let's do
Oh, yeah,
just
you
a
even more
basic
radiant
curse
damage.
smite on the first one.
Good. Gotcha.
I have so many d4s now.
This is on the one that's
dedicated
whelming me, and then once that one's done whelming me, we murder this one that's whelmed Lou.
6, 8, 18, 1, 30 damage. It is still alive,
How dare.
however, immune
Is it immune
to
to
the
prone?
prone condition.
Sad.
That's rude.
And then my spirit go I just saw the dreadful scream bit and thought just wait, he's underwater.
I am on the what the?
Dusty.
Oh,
That will miss.
that's my turn.
Emran, you are bludgeoned for 12 bludgeoning damage. And then it
Owie.
tries to slam you into the ground
Rude.
using 2 attacks. Does a 24, 21 hit.
Yeah.
Getting slammed by a wave count as a melee attack.
These ones are about to be. You take 13 plus 15 bludgeoning.
Well, let me know when I can stab him.
Go for it.
Sick.
I've taken a grievous wound.
Wow, cringe.
That feels.
And there goes the spirit.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait,
Llewellyn.
that's advantage. And need to make another.
Llewellyn, you are
I'm good.
blowing.
Spirit is still here.
Nice.
Oh, we will poke that.
Each of these has a
Terrible.
person.
Mm-hmm.
It has
I
failed.
mean,
for
Hydra just
9.
vibing.
Necrotic.
Dancing in the moonlight, everybody.
Antonin.
Alright,
I like forget he has a first name.
Yeah.
Just like how you forget Dad isn't Dad. His name isn't Dad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
That'll hit.
You know, it's not as catchy as Daddy D was, but you know, we'll make do.
That one actually will not.
Sad.
Let's see, hold on.
Plus 3 rates.
Two match. That is his turn. Also, he gets 5 more.
Llewellyn takes 13 bludgeoning damage and then gets smashed twice
You're not looking so good.
for a 22 and a 26.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Taking 29 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Oh my
I will
goodness.
say.
Evan's not here.
Finer, it's your turn.
Evan, you took damage.
How much?
I don't know.
Lots.
Oh, God, you're 9.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit. 2 friends.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's finally not me!
And yet it's still me.
Here's a
This PC, I know my battery's running low. Okay, give me a second here. It's on me.
Imagine this is when you guys get like the message from Connor.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
that's that.
And if you two die, it'll only be the vampires surviving.
Oh god.
Punch my step.
You just
Jimmy
disappear into the
Buffett's
forest and never
You
come
don't
back.
have Dagger Master. You have Fist Master.
Stab,
So
stab,
the
punch.
only option you have is punch, stab.
Great.
And then you have the bonus
Perfect. So 3 punches and a stab. Let's go. 1,
Nice.
2, 3.
hit. Hold on.
Oh.
Dead after 2.
Toward the 4.
Eee.
And stab.
Wild
Pippi has
creature
gray
has
stats.
arrived.
Hello, Pippi.
You need
Uh,
a creature
no,
with
step.
single basic spell.
Probably. I mean, she's probably gonna bite me anyway, so it really
15,
doesn't
isn't
matter.
it?
Hello, Pippi.
3 friends now.
Pippi,
Yeah.
Pippi.
Well, doesn't have a weapon out.
Oh, that's
I want to take the sheep.
Forrest takes 14 bludgeoning damage. Then a 14 and a 26.
26 hits.
He takes an additional 16 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Good.
Amelia.
Oh, I gotta leave the bonus for play purposes, but it's fine. I'm sad.
Alright, who's sucking up all the energy over here?
Hmm?
Extension.
This one can be unplugged.
Come over here. I'm gonna smack. I think that's his 4. Leave the 1.
You can also go to Michael. There's a power strip over there.
What?
No, it's just. I can straight. He's right here. It's all good.
At least one of those was decent.
Get in front of me. Sorry.
First one
It's
will hit.
alright. It's alright.
Weren't in the radiant.
What?
You weren't in the radiant.
I have to for play purposes.
I know.
Oh, I was in the radiant.
I would love to be in the Radiant, but
well,
you're too far away.
that's not my.
Shamron
Yes,
takes
that's how they-
10 bludgeoning damage.
How dare.
And then does 16 and a 19 hit.
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm?
20 and 12 bludgeoning damage.
It's getting also stabbed. Hopefully.
I take 7.
No more Shemrin.
That'll hit.
It was incredible.
Oh, you're in a rough state.
Yeah.
Next short rest, I can get Dagger Mastery.
Okay.
Dedicated weapon.
Proficient, it's not master.
Well,
So we're gonna stab the water. Stab. That's at normal. So that's an 11. Sad. Stab.
That'll hit for 14.
And then we are fucking moving. We are gonna move over here.
Oh, I forgot you had mobile.
I do.
I was like, are you crazy?
We go zoom.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's still got. Does it still have your shadow spirit thing?
No, it's dead.
Yeah, I'm about to get whelmed.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Use my last second level for a healing word on myself.
Do you not own Cure Wounds?
You know what? I should go on the next one. Rest. I think I'm gonna do it now.
No, I was gonna do that.
Could have-
Oh,
and then
baby.
we're doing 12%.
You'll get your baby. She's
I wanna
got
make sure
Nuke
we
it,
understand
sure.
the difference between master and proficiency.
Yes. Hold that on number 4.
It does get
Yes, it does. As the one who's confused. Yes. I literally had to go open up Weapon Masters. I read the entire thing, and I'm like, okay.
It fails
there
for
we go.
14.
Hey, my
Take your turn.
Oh, baby. She do
Then
it.
Antonin.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
It only took 3 years.
5 days at a time.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm not
It's okay, Ray is still pretty uncertain on my parents.
It is immune to protection, I'm sorry to say.
Can I push it 10 feet back?
Yeah,
Am I free?
yeah.
He just shoves the water off of
So
him.
that works. Just, Tanjiro style. Water breathing, fourth form.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I opened up the phone. That's finished.
Like, to be sitting down while I'm being, like, in person. I need a
Okay.
Get you a standing desk.
Standing
I have
desk.
a standing desk.
Ooh.
I will fix this. That will also hit, sorry.
No problem. I mean, it is my turn.
Well then, buddy, old pal. Oh! You take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Mm.
No.
It's
10, 10.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he had more health. Okay.
Yeah, I healed.
Oh.
Put that.
That's
Great.
good.
Does 24 25 hit?
You both hit.
That was Freddy I was about to murder you.
Okay.
That would have
Take-
been really
you
bad.
take 7 bludgeoning damage plus 3.
Okay.
Hey, Llewellyn,
Minor.
just on a hypothetical, but if you were to die, how do you feel about vampirism?
Well,
Like-
Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? You'll made a vampire.
Let me guess, depends on if you can feed by biting yourself.
You can just say Antonio probably just look over like what?
Oh, man, that's still 22
I'm recruiting for the coven.
damage.
Yes.
He's just probably more. He's probably more like why?
Dude, I don't want to.
Oh my god.
Look, I just need some more siblings, okay? It's too lonely. I'm just me and I.
Just stick him.
That's my turn.
Incident, make a strength save.
Well,
He's too busy getting whelmed, it'll be fine.
Amelia, it will then be your turn.
You can't confirm you can't punch water.
I mean, you can.
Apparently not.
I think just you can't.
Amelia, it's your turn.
Oh, thank you. That's a good
You know what?
position for me.
How about you get up over there in that corner?
Okay, hit 4, clear
I'm already
1.
in the corner.
Come over here.
No.
Oh, wait. Only
What
one
that?
friend. I'm running
Oh
out.
no.
I'm just gonna say this. I know you say you're always the low health, but you're playing a hex blade. It's what happens. Get used to it.
Yes.
Omuros, as awesome as he was always at like 10 or less health.
No, yeah.
Anyways, sorry. That'll hit. That is 9.
So it's the melee warlocks that are in dire
plus
straits.
11, 20 damage.
It's because
That water elemental is still up.
it's because
Bruh.
Zane got preyed on to attack on Miros so often. He was been no, I'm attacking Constantine or Linhart. They're a lot easier to hit.
Omuros was unfair. I'll admit that.
But it was funny.
Water elemental's gonna whelm those two. Please make me.
You still plus
save.
2?
What a show. Yes.
Oh.
Said Linhart because we were talking about that.
Right.
Heinrich, you take 14 bludgeoning damage.
So again, I'm just being forced to do it. She's like, so the big one.
So you failed to save with the 13, you take 14 bludgeoning damage in our grapple and restraint.
Wait, Josh, did this guy move away from my spell?
You did, Sasha.
Push him 10 feet away.
Can I stab him for his audacity and whelming me?
15.
Overwhelming you? No.
Can I stab him for his audacity and whelming Heinrich?
It's not an attack, so no. Skip that. Never mind.
So,
Push.
I think I'm gonna do something interesting. I'm going to convert my 3rd level spell into sorcery points.
Doesn't require an action anymore.
I think it's a bonus action.
Not anymore.
No, okay.
2024.
Yeah. And then
Such a-
I'm going
such
to
a minor thing that I don't think hardly anybody but
yeah. And then I'm
I'm
going to
obsessed with it.
twin cast Vortex Warp on Llewellyn and let's go Heinrich.
Buddy, what are you have
How dare you?
You're fine.
Go for it.
I'm
Anywhere
gonna
particular?
die.
Or
Where are we
Uh,
dropping Chief?
Llewellyn, you're gonna be like right here-ish.
I should have drank the blood first, then I could bite the water.
Heinrich, you're welcome to go anywhere within
You're
90
just-
feet.
you're
Cool,
right.
you're right there.
You're not.
You
You're
can
not
see
even
it.
Time to whip up the sling.
You just see Amelia.
Like, okay, let's
It's like a dog
try
trying to get
this.
water.
And then just yoink the two of you out.
It's just
That worked.
Well, it's your turn.
Okay.
You are no longer absolutely going to die.
Hey, solve that on number 4.
Nice.
We find it funny that elementals have a 10 in wisdom.
Mhm.
It is dead.
For level 4 healing word. Oh, never mind. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Alright.
Mass healing word at that point.
I have my turn.
Because he's been essentially fighting this one time.
These are the things you don't see online. The belly drumming.
Oh yeah.
The
I,
both hit.
Alright. Push it back
I'm
on
drumming on
Push it back on the second attack.
Well, third combat.
I'll push it back. I'll be like, fuck this.
Something that you don't see
Yeah.
not in person is me just
raccoon.
raccoon fingers.
Heinrich, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm enraged.
I mean,
Well, that means sling time, baby.
I think that's more melee than you've done all campaign.
It is. It's the most amount of melee I've been on campaign. I
Quite
got like 3
possibly.
crits from it.
Give me your grits.
Which that's what the dagger's supposed to do, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sling 1. 16 it?
Barely.
Big frill
Alright,
with
cool.
this dragon. but I
Let's
don't
go
know
damage next. Sling 2. I'm gonna throw on.
It's dead.
Okay, never mind.
how-
Sick.
Sling, baby.
Unreasonably dangerous.
Yeah.
A bonus action, can I just like do a stunning strike just so I can not bonus, but like put on a stunning strike? And then fucking eat again at number 2.
Even though it's dead, sure, mechanically that's fine.
Yay. Like. Nope.
It's
Damn. That was red. That's weird.
melee and incident, please.
Oh my god.
Oh, look, gets back.
Watching machine.
Hey.
Oh, you both passed. You pushed up. Amelia.
Denied. Friends.
These water elements probably just see like average like all this. It's like, god damn it. My hair is all fucked up now.
Those will both.
You know
hit
how I feel about
over-
running water.
Over.
Oh shit.
2 elementals count as running water.
I certainly.
I think they can.
2 turns?
They can certainly run.
No, I'm thinking if I ever need to do a vampire versus vampire campaign,
Oh.
which I would like to do someday.
Oh, wait, actually, right now, Intimate, alright, I mean, make a lot of water elementals.
What is the most dangerous weapon in the Vampire Wars? Elementals of water.
Horse! I found horse!
Horse?
Horse.
Why is
The
there a
horse.
horse?
Well,
A horse, a horse, a horse, of course.
Actually,
thank goodness I can have my horse back.
The most deadly one would just be water elementals made out of purely holy water.
Oh,
That's the thing in the new Drakenheim monsters.
oh god.
Can everybody except for Conrad please roll me 2d12.
Hey. Hey.
Nice.
Oh, 312.
You're forgiven for rolling the 1.
Oh. That's all that you saw.
Is that why I saw the horse?
Yeah. That would have been bad. If they had taken you to the next map.
Oh boy.
Fine. Maybe can somebody roll me a rather low Evan, roll me 2d100.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 12s. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Also, Josh, how long is the difference between
Here, whisper roll.
What was that?
how long is the difference between mine and their travel? Because they are traveling a large group and I'm traveling.
It's about 1 day.
1 day difference?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because
So, on the corpse of a woodsman attempting to hide from the undead. You aren't normally in this area of the world. Just surrounded by 3 zombie corpses. You find a potion of climbing and 2 potions of healing.
Yo.
Potions of healing.
Thank God.
Gotta give it to the paladin. I'll probably hold the other one.
I've never heard a level 8 party be so excited for
For basic
basic healing
Yes.
books.
I have 0.
I have not had potions for a long time. Who are they going to?
I heard I was getting one.
Paladin.
Paladin. Who's getting the other one?
I think you should get it for now.
Can I have the other one?
Nah, give
Yeah.
it to me.
I get the potion of climb.
Sure.
Perfect.
Wait, say, one level you're not gonna need it
I know, but I'm holding on to it for now.
until that level.
Until that level.
So I was gonna say
Here's the
hold
Conrad.
second.
Well, you're not here, so someone has to carry it.
He's not
So
here.
under the warlock. Everybody, please. Whoever Conrad, roll me one last d12 before you hear the news of how many.
How many people there are, and then you guys see like the entire family of what Conrad did inside. It's just like
Yeah, so the letter that you get, nice neat handwriting. 500 men at arms, 100 knights, 3 royal knights on griffins, 4 lieutenants, or 3 lieutenants of Constantin, and then just like chicken scratch of like this crazy event.
Oh dear. That's a lot of people.
People joke, why are they called the Knights of the Raven? It's because none of them have penmanship.
yes, as you guys are like going like oh god, it was that just a lot, oh god, it was that a lot. The fuck are you doing, Conrad?
Look, I wish I could say I was surprised, but this is entirely on brand.
What would be wait, how far is Anthony travel with them?
It's at this point why I didn't have them roll 2d12, and it's kind of. He does an awkward stretch.
He just kind of like, yeah, it's my time to go.
Now, there's one thing for a witch to be going to this position. Full-blooded vampire that might be the best of us.
Yeah.
Even in their defense, as much as I would like to join them as a conference. The reaction.
Understandable.
What
I
is
think
that?
I will make some effort to disguise myself. And gather my things at the mansion. Perhaps meet up with these knights of the eagle. Unless you intend to bring it back this way. At that point, I will learn that it is fine with that.
Hearing about all these men, I have no idea if we can take that. That's like, what, 600 people? Do we think that the Inquisition, the
607.
Knights of the 607,
607.
the Knights of the Eagle, the Inquisition, and us 5?
How many people did the Eagles have last time we saw them?
You check.
Oh
I'm
god.
the only one who saw them.
No! You know my intelligence is an 8, right?
I do. Which is why it's so awkward that you're the only one who met them.
Nice gods, please smile upon me. Fuck
They do
you.
not. Hippie.
Anywhere between 25 and they did not currently have their men at arms conscripted. because men at arms are not called upon from the farmers and general populace until it's time to march.
So we have the Inquisition, an uncertain amount of knights, and
Math
5
wasn't
of
my
us.
strong suit, okay?
It's not mine. Do
Shut up.
do we think that we could take out 600 men and an unknown amount of undead?
Do we take out all 600?
Warfare is never about killing the entirety of your enemy, but getting the rest back.
That is true.
We just need to kill enough men at arms and enough
I mean, you guys-
knights.
Alright,
Yes,
more
yes.
of us were here for this question. How many people did the Inquisition have, roughly?
Actually, we didn't see.
Like 20?
We didn't see all
or
of them.
20, like 17 regular Inquisitors.
About 40 commoners, about 25 inquisitors, half of them as on the level of Isabel, half of them at 5th level. About, I think, 15 warriors, judges at 4th level, 15 judges at, I think I said they were 9th level, and then the high judge and the high inquisitor.
That's not nothing.
That's not nothing. How do we feel about our abilities to intimidate people? Because
I'm pretty good at that.
I'm also pretty good at that.
More so of they don't.
Essentially more
What?
shots of rage, you know, war.
Yes, I'm short, but the shadow, the
A
terrifying
nerf,
shadow,
perhaps I will agree 100%.
it screams.
The thing is more fragile than a second thing.
I don't think
as
it
we've
is.
seen.
Before I was really becoming the
Look, it
judgmental
took
dad
a
of
couple
the
of
family.
hits. I'm pretty sure that's at least one more than a stack of
I
paper.
like how Ashbush is so little turned into our Uther.
That's what he is.
And also,
His personality traits align very much with Uther. He's just a little more sad.
yeah. And also, I can do
Who's sort of
stuff with
tragic
like
backstory.
darkness shenanigans. I can make like a field of darkness and have us see through it, but our enemies can't.
Perhaps the Commonwealth are more afraid than my time as a warrior. But
Man,
Well, magic is pretty rare these days.
Yeah,
man,
is it?
very.
you guys are.
They are an exception.
I am the only person I know who has had innate magic.
My prospects begin to brighten in my understanding of the world.
If
What
you're
does
looking
that
for
mean?
magic casters, it's
I was concerned as to our prospects to actually taking down my counterparts with the level of magic presented to me in my short experience of the current living world.
Okay, well, I don't think we're going to be dealing with a lot of magic outside of Karstein.
That's what I just said.
Yes. You just said it in a lot of words.
Yes, I know you like education.
Rude, but okay.
I mean, you guys are so. Well, actually, I don't know. At first, I might have been glad for Conrad to be here because Conrad was gonna know we were fighting. We're doing this, and he would have probably brought out his like 17 pages of like Vietnam War traps, and he's essentially just like, all right, how can I rip off this man's leg?
Oh my god. Okay, so we know we're bringing Conrad for the war crimes.
I can do hit and run tactics.
I'd like to understand whether or not you think you will be bringing your family financial with our major
It's a very good question.
We'll be raising dead for at least a couple of weeks there. Willing to admit in humility that my ability to defend your family, other than through obscurity, is less than me. Obscurity is protecting me. So I'm not sure as to whether my counterparts knows.
I think he does.
Adventurers.
We're not letting that go, are we?
Feel free, Michael.
I apologize.
He's right. You should get a break.
He says you're toxic.
Damn.
Oh no. To be fair, I'm saying this as
I
Conrad.
know, Jesus.
Yeah.
Conrad is
Time has not
toxic.
treated
Go back
Conrad
to your
well.
breathe.
Yeah, because he's a broken man.
Yeah.
You know it. I'm just saying.
You're still toxic. You can have a reason and still be toxic.
He's a-
What does everyone else think? I'm on more. Oh, I don't know.
Same thing. I'm not here.
On where our family should be.
The better question is, can we convince the threat Inquisition to be housed?
Yeah.
Fence. With undead.
Well,
I don't think we were planning on bringing the whole Inquisition.
No, but they're gonna
But
ask
you're
questions.
going to ask questions.
And those may not be questions we're willing to answer.
Portray me as some hermit within the woods. Let's see those.
Okay.
We found a homeless man.
Yeah, no.
You travel with one regularly.
Exactly. I know my.
The worst thing is that I don't know which of us you're talking about.
Yeah. Aren't we all technically homeless right now?
no. Hermit.
To most of
Hermit.
you are.
Hermit.
Most of them.
He accepts that title. He accepts that title.
Yeah, he's a
gladly.
hermit.
See, I
The
told you.
better,
It's
the
like
better
that. I
question
know my
is,
kid.
do we think the Inquisition will, right? If we want to move our families, then they're gonna ask, why can't we move everyone?
Yeah.
Because of obscurity is only maintained small numbers.
There's
I
a-
guess how much do you think it would take to convince the invading force to back off?
At least have a role of tactics or to siege a group. You need to have them with them at least 3-1. Currently, they have number you 5-1. So, killing off at least 200, 300 men would be ideal to break most spirits. Less Stan has some other alternative plan that is motivating them through some unfolding.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I can't know for certain.
Conrad, tell us how much time we have.
Hey, Cara, tell us what the things in the plains.
When it looks like they're going to be
The
ready to move
undead
out.
fields.
You'll probably just send off that message, written down another one, essentially just wait until essentially the Braven would have gone to you guys, and then just resummon it and send it back.
That was smart.
Because we sending such a
Effectively, I'm not gonna try and juggle who knows what you've got 2 weeks. Once you get back, so 2 weeks in a day.
2 weeks in a day.
Based on ledgers spent.
Alright, I feel like this, as a player, Connor did that. If let's see how many of those knights and men fall from that. Fall sickness. Because sickness in an army,
Oh yeah.
That is true. I don't know
It's
how many
different,
Conrad's
yeah.
taken out with that.
that's just death right there.
You have died of dysentery.
R.I.P.
That might even draw them quicker to abandon their fight because we went to this bad town, we set up shop, and now we're all sick.
And then people have started dying.
Yeah, start down like that.
Although that's another question, is can Karstein summon them as undead?
I think
I don't know how that
I think
functions. I don't know how that functions. I just don't have my expertise.
I don't know what kind of necromancy that Karstein is capable of.
I never studied the art of necromancy. It was never a part of the mortuary. I have the ability to raise certain creatures. Stan was always more.
You two know each other.
We have
Oh. This is new information to me.
wait,
I mean,
Man just goes anyway.
No, to Emran.
I mean, worst
They
comes to
never told
worst,
them.
I can maybe reverse engineer diseases.
What do you mean reverse engineer diseases? What do you mean?
Made a cure for the white wasting. I could figure out how it was made. Or I could do Stranglevine.
So you would
Anything
just
else?
be inflicting the disease upon people.
I could.
What waste? What opportunity over here?
That does not sit well with me.
I don't suppose you have any idea how long it would take to develop something like that.
Talking about the white wasting. I'm quite friendly with it.
I'm aware. So then could you perhaps give me a time estimate?
I do advantage because I spent so much time specifically studying white wasting. Not only that, but also creating a cure for it.
Yeah, people are wasting time. It's like, I'm getting all dysentery, guys. I'm trying to do something. You guys
We want magic dysentery.
What the shit?
Okay,
Something
you-
combat.
I'll just go.
Look, you get the first wave with the dysentery, and then when they get to us, they get
Okay, hold
wasting.
Well, that's the thing is, Connor has been doing essentially a lot more of, it's just going to be
Oh,
actually,
Yo.
26.
Luck. With
Hmm.
4 luck.
That's still enough time, sounds like.
Doable.
Not for symptoms. So
That's
really
true.
start for
That is true.
How long does that take again?
prolonged siege of that.
it reduces their con score by 1 until it reaches 1 every 2 weeks.
There's
I have
gonna
a
be
cure.
prolonged Siege.
I still feel weird about
But-
infecting people
Correction.
with the
I
wasting.
have the solution for it. I don't have it now. That people have those.
Yeah, and
I wonder if they've got trees in that field they're corrupting.
Are we back?
not yet.
We're about to have.
This conversation is being held because Aurora's just kind of went,
Vampires.
not looking up.
Understandable.
Like, I don't want to walk up to that, but I can't say that.
I'm originally doing this in like his like face suit armor.
Like I said,
It's-
worst comes to worse. I can do it. I'm not saying it should be.
Because, like, that's also
The plan.
potentially starting a whole new outbreak of wasting,
Yes.
which sounds like it benefits nobody.
Look,
It's
tactics
us.
aside,
We can
Is this the plan we
grasp
want
on
to
the
go with?
kingdom. It's the one who's supposed to be the one who had the cure, and it's not producing it because you burnt the tree. Excellent work.
Thanks, it's caused us problems as well.
well, hopefully it was worth it.
Karstein can theoretically grow another tree. He's got the
Well,
obsidian shards.
Theoretically, he can.
Yeah.
It's gonna take time. I mean, how long did it take him to grow the first one? What, like a year?
6 months.
6
6
months?
months.
Yeah. How long's it been since birth's the last one?
A month?
Like, I lost track.
Yeah. It's just like time isn't
Not that
real.
much has actually happened between the burning of the tree and
Yeah,
right
no.
now.
Yeah,
No, it's like
A lot and not a lot
A
has
lot
happened.
feels like it's happened because we also did the flashback two-shot.
Yeah.
flashback, and then there's Conrad's escape.
Yeah.
Conrad's escape, Emilia, the whole reunite with your family. It's a lot happened.
See, things have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot has happened, but it's been not much.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like the defending the monastery plan is what we want to go with.
Yeah.
Is that?
I'd like to defend the monastery.
It sounds like that's
I feel
our
like
best defensible
Sorry,
chance of
it's
success.
a conversation because
I
it's
can
like,
also make
because
vital
he needs to be like the
so-
top active.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Llewellyn.
these guys.
Llewellyn can make holy water. The monastery is surrounded by plants. I could overgrow those to provide another, like, barrier between us and them.
Look, if we do enough damage to this army, that's going to significantly reduce Karstein's
Yeah.
forces and his ability to challenge us again.
Yes.
Not only that,
But also having defenses is going to be important too.
My point isn't that the defenses. My point is that if this is the plan we're going for, that's a benefit
Yeah.
rather than trying to sneak endeavor still. Fine.
And like I said before, I can guerrilla tactics my way.
Because we don't know how
Back.
many vampires spawn or anything you might have there.
Yeah.
It's like, she's not bringing all those to the front.
Oh, probably not.
Hmm.
Because that's Twilight. Deal AoE damage.
Eh.
If before could I said some of this more or less to Amelia? Essentially, my deal was going to be essentially Amelia. Before I go or before I leave, I would like you essentially trying to convince Ambush to maybe try to get some of his men into sow some discord.
Is that a thing that would work?
I mean, there's going to be a lot of dead men on the road. You can just pick up this.
Had I spawned other vampires, triplets, so it's perhaps could go in, but I don't believe that whites can sow much discord in a Milgard. Had you not killed my three friends, it's not nothing to
Awkward silence.
Sounds like we're defending.
We are defending.
Oops.
And in the effort that we are overwhelmed and cannot hold anymore,
We're fucking up into the Witchwood.
Fall back to the
Oh, I
Horror
think-
Actress Mansion.
the better question is, we fall back with the families.
Yes.
We
Would be the
try.
hope.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
fucking-
if
just
the
because
monastery
you're
is fallen
fucking
and we
asshole
leave,
guy
they're
doesn't
dead.
mean you can fucking.
I won't leave Estrella or
or
my
actually
mother
probably
behind.
worse, they'll be hostages against us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's why Conrad said
I'm just making sure I'm asking all the questions, okay?
Yeah.
yes, but as well, it's more or less you're asking more or less the very stupid question. You know what I mean? Like the very obvious
I
question.
am
Sometimes it
flushing
needs
out
to be asked.
everything without things being implied.
understand that death is better than capture in our situation.
It is.
Except for you.
Suppose that's true.
What?
I think on the way over, Heinrich would have kind of fallen back a little bit with Emporish and kind of like Blinkies a little bit, and then put him back.
It's just both of you. Puts it back in his own bag.
Back to.
So
And then have like really, can you fall back real fast?
Yes.
What are we gonna do?
I mean, to be fair, you guys are also traveling with like what 20 people, so
Yeah,
Well,
Emran's
Cypher's
too busy
gonna-
hurting her
Yeah,
cat.
and same with
We're just waiting until Llewellyn and Emerald are distracted with the massive people that were hurting.
Emran is constantly distracted with them.
And just slipping away into the shadows.
Heinrich produces 2 vials of blood. Right, and it's like, and he's like,
I had a feeling you two were hanging back for a reason.
he has his own split, just pick a split.
Of course he was.
How far are you gonna go?
Oh, I'm all in.
Alright.
Bottoms up.
Right now. He's like,
You, do we have a reason to wait? Do you want to walk into the Inquisition with bottles of suspicious blood?
well, last time happened.
I mean, same. You know, maybe we do this like right before we go to bed, so it's not suspicious. Late night snack. Chug.
So I get but also the next question is, do we prioritize ourselves the rest of them if it means their survival?
I don't like that thought.
Because we are entering something that's a lot bigger.
Comes to it, I think, you know.
Because I'm going to prioritize safety. I'm seeing whether or not you are in that do my best to prioritize safety as well. I know that we have similar but different roles. Well, the only way that you and me survive this right now is if
If Conrad ever finds out we're dead,
we just come first.
yes,
Mhm.
we have to.
I came up with armor. And get a cool weapon too.
He's pretty vengeful. He might not just go after us first.
Come first. I can make voices.
No one knows yet. Hopefully, it doesn't come to this. But if it does, we do what needs to be done.
White Subaru's got a light on the inside of it.
Your muscle in your body goes a little tighter, stronger.
What are the did you
Sunlight will become.
put on? You knew
Numerous
where
of birth.
there's no way to go back, correct?
Okay. That's intense.
I just need to figure out a food source.
You have some of those too. One.
Hmm.
Something aggressive. As well.
Then what? Then after that, what's the just 3 steps before becoming?
3 steps until we reach an unprecedented pass.
What's the 3rd step? Or you waiting until we see? Are you waiting until we see
Like
if we
your
can get?
thirst.
Hmm?
It's like your thirst on anything. Wiped out an entire quarter of the town.
Hmm.
Did I miss anything important?
A little bit. Just vampire stuff.
What vampire stuff? What am I missing?
I'm asking. First, no.
First
What the second? What I'm giving the in-game reason and understanding of what the second and third
Gotcha.
levels are.
He's having a poor exposit.
Yes.
You, Dad, I request Lord up.
How about the DM's favorite thing?
Oh yeah.
It's a great. It kind of falls back into immediately. It's just. Are you drink blood?
What did you learn while I was briefly spaced out?
We will have to drink blood
Oh,
as a way to live.
like how much? Like how often? Way to rub it in.
Greedy vampire would drain an entire man every move. If you go self-control, you can leave them alive, but they exhausted sometimes.
What do you say?
It's gonna be complicated given how much time we spend running around in the woods.
Well, he said once per moon. So that's about a month
If you use a count.
calendar. We delay it, right?
You gorge yourself and go on another town kill.
what happens if we don't engage in this?
You will slowly wither until your friends begin to look like a banquet set up before you. You will lose your self-control.
Let that happen, guys.
Especially the weak one.
You bitch.
I'm sure you have interesting flavor. You reckon we'd
You
get the
wouldn't be
sorcery?
hard to hold down.
I
is the
teleporting
point.
bullshit.
No matter if you're unconscious.
No.
Also,
just
that
always
one's
the-
always in a tin can and hard to get to. Playing tin can.
That's
That's
good.
good.
Well, it's time to
Um,
push right now.
So every month, I
And to be fair, we've got to go back to civilization pretty often anyway because of Emran's curse. So we could make that work.
Oh, yeah, what's curse? Is it just right now?
I think I need to have a little chat with Isabel.
About what?
Curses from the Morgan.
See how much she actually knows.
Because the
Alright.
Morgan knows her name.
Hmm.
Oh,
Because I don't know. I might be able to get a consistent food source. So it's just weird to say. He's just like,
Say that in character.
yeah. So he's sitting there, he's just
Like about the Morgan.
No, that wasn't the horse. That was Josh
Okay.
yeah, because
explaining where the curse comes
Yeah.
from.
Conrad is fucking like 20 miles
Yeah.
away.
Mhm.
So he's not.
he's sitting there. He's like, I'll have to see how good my relationship is with Isabel. She's sitting there. He's like, I never thought I'd be saying these words in my
Just
life.
stabs you.
Are you planning to confess that you're a vampire to her?
That's why I want to see what she knows first. She can read minds in her sleep. We don't know that. Well, actually,
Do we know?
if she can read minds,
No,
And that's
were
actually-
you- were you dreaming about vampirism?
no, but I'm not exactly a unwilling subject when I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't foresee her reacting well to finding out that information, but I suppose you know her better than I do.
Yeah, because I'm the only one who actually fucking talks to her. I know everybody has their reasons.
Look, I know you guys don't like her, but
She's my girlfriend.
That'll be interesting.
But
Uh,
let's.
Suppose you can try, but
I mean, we could also save it for the invasion and go on a rampage.
I mean that's what we're going to now.
That is an
That would be
option.
that would be within a month.
Yeah, but also be like a very big show.
There's gonna be like several hundred people there. No one's gonna notice if we're not overt about it.
No, but I mean, we could also.
you just turn around the corner and you just see Amelia just like a dude neck just
And it's just, but you know,
It
it's,
can't be grabbing someone, just dragging them away to the bush.
I don't know.
What did
Out
you
of,
do? A grappling hook?
but out of all of the company that we've been with, I don't think the Scarlet Monastery is as vehement.
Vehement?
Yeah, that word. Opposed. As long as we're in a certain going in a certain direction that they like.
If you want to take your life in your hands that strongly, I guess I won't stop you, but keep my name out of it, would you?
No, yeah. No.
What is this about a woman that can read minds?
Yes.
The Inquisition.
You've told me very sparse about it.
So support sort suppository.
Suppose.
That's not the word you were looking
no,
for.
we don't need to talk about it. Cut it from the video.
Cut it.
Scarlet Inquisition have at least some individuals have the ability to try to read minds through magic at will. And so, I don't know what happens when you fall asleep. I don't know if they can willingly do it. I'm going to assume yes. But pretty much there's one special inquisitor who was stationed in our town who was very highly suspicious of us in the first place, especially with what we were doing around the Witchwood a lot. So she asked a lot of questions, and everybody else hates her for various reasons. I think they should take the time to get to know her.
You think?
It's always been kind of nebulous what it is the Inquisition does with the sick people they come and take away. They tend to they find sickness, they'll burn it out essentially with little regard for what harm it may cause.
But at the same,
her or the order
also on
entirely
this,
trustworthy.
also on the same point is that they also only want to keep rest of the war safe. They care about the general populace and keeping them safe. So if we keep on going in a direction that they like, or a general path, we could still be favored.
Highly careful with your experimentation with white waste.
I don't think I'm going to start it yet. Or at least the first week. I'll see.
At the very least, I recommend you cover your tracks. I think it's a potent weapon to be used against Constantine's control.
Yes.
Especially if it were to be spread throughout a dense population center such as ours. Think about it. With this, that poor Ash looks around and then starts walking away
Oh, that.
back to his mansion. That was any other questions or comments?
Have a good day.
But he's not a smart enough man that he didn't want to say that one out.
Have a safe trip.
Any other random bits of lore you want to drop on me? What do you mean magic's rare? What do you mean the Inquisition reads mine?
You mean you can't understand my flowery speech?
We can't read your cursive.
What do you mean you can't read?
I can.
I can read.
Actually, all of us can.
Yeah, all of us can read. Except for maybe Llewellyn. Can Llewellyn read?
I'm a cleric. I can read the scriptures.
Can you read anything else?
Question: did you memorize the scripture?
Yeah, does that mean you can read the scriptures or that you know the scriptures?
Yes.
Okay. Well, probably illiterate. Got good to know.
Probably.
All right. So now we're gonna basically meet back up in the Inquisition.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing Conrad would be essentially marking Willis for himself personally is on the road from the Inquisition to Darshire. I'm essentially marking out essentially more or less leaving little tiny marks at the very bottom of a tree, and essentially like a little tiny shape that only the Conrad essentially would know and could only feel essentially on a piece of little tiny part.
It's a C.
It is basically
The C for Conrad.
I'm essentially testing trees that would be good to essentially just
Yeah.
lay them onto the road.
And everybody roll me a d12.
Everyone,
You're traveling too.
it's
Nice.
cards.
We have such a very awkward vampire family.
Well, because,
Every vampire family is either awkward or toxic.
Family drama
At least you're
is
not
innate.
Strahd and his wives.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's over here saying like, well, we might reach an unpleasant impasse when you get to level 3, but we'll get there when we get there.
if it was Strahd making an offer, I'd be like, no, kill me.
I mean, yeah,
I'll kill
that's the point. Is like, I almost want to say that Constantin and Strahd are from the same lineage because they're both manipulative jerkwads, but I don't feel like they're quite the same flavor of manipulative
No.
jerkwad.
They're like cousins.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all vampire jerk. You
But they're
arrive.
like first cousins, they're like second cousin once removed.
You arrive at the Scarlet monastery without any major issues or any major gains. It seems that the large statues of armor, those big suits, were pulled back. You don't find any on the major roads. Give it a
Yeah.
give it a
Give it a hot second.
Hey, I'm holding it.
Oh yeah, we also have the armors, guys.
Oh yeah.
We have all the armor the armor that fights.
Oh, those things. Yeah.
So you get 100 and I get it. Hold up. You say kill 100 humanoids.
Kill.
It's like disease that I put out?
No.
How direct does it have to be?
How direct?
If you were a Nosferatu, sure. But you are a blood dragon. Martial combat.
Okay.
Alrighty, square up.
Bitch!
For completely unrelated reasons, Hydrock and I will be on ad control.
Time to become Charlie.
Charlie?
Charlie?
I stabbed him 37 times in the chest.
You mean Carl?
Carl.
Did Charlie also stab somebody?
No.
No.
I feel like Charlie stabbed
Charlie
somebody.
was Charlie was.
I don't know, but
Charlie
Carl was
good
the
at
stab
impressing
someone 37 times in the chest.
Yes, that I will submit to that.
People.
Your connection to the server has been interrupted. Well, gee, it's probably because I'm trying to load 2 8K pictures.
Oh my god.
Anyways, it
You wanna take a break?
Rick, you
seems
and the Llewellyn.
Take a break.
quiet. I would just want to read out before you actually went. There was the drinking of the blood. Right?
I'm drinking it. Apparently he's waiting.
He was. I mean, we could
The
just.
entire battle we're about to have.
But who's saying that we don't need to drink after we wake up again?
Do we?
Plus, you know, we have.
So why are you going?
Let me show you the blood that you're drinking.
Whoa.
The one that you're drinking to evolve.
Whoa. Alright.
At first, there is pain, but not the pain of injury. It is the ache of limitations breaking. Bones crack, not from damage, but from growth.
Ooh.
Muscles coil tighter and hunger. The blood within you, once borrowed, now yours, boils like old wine turned to fire. You feel it in your teeth, pressure behind your fangs, as though your very hunger is sharpening to a new edge. Thirst doesn't vanish, it becomes more refined, more discerning. No longer will scraps suffice. You crave not just blood, but memory, fear, and intimacy in every drop. Then comes your mind.
Look at me.
It feels as if a fog that dulled your senses has lifted like a morning mist. Your heartbeat, once a ghost in your chest, vanishes entirely. Not from weakness, but perfection. You are no longer an echo of something living. You are something whole, something true. Cold, but clear. The world slows. Everything seems frantic, fumbling. You feel yourself. You are perfect. You are bright. You are a shining light in the dark. But not quite. You are the dark, an enveloping dark that hides the imperfection of the world from the light. You are no longer just a thought in your sire. You are his shadow, the night made flesh. Let's take a quick break.
Alrighty.
Guys, I'm
Upgrade.
feeling it. I'm feeling it.
See how long that lasts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all using the
That's
sling.
what she.
The rocks can balance.
Shoot.
We're gonna walk in like we own the joint.
Start essentially. Well, the Conrad's just gonna be like, all right. we'd have 2 weeks. Basically go in there. We basically hug Lucia, hug everyone.
They're going
Basically
first.
just walk out,
Get the fan.
walk back out there. It's like chopping down wood.
Mm.
So essentially make or essentially weaken the wood so it's and traps. Essentially wire traps, so we're just all over the room.
Legit.
Plus, it's dysentery of the alcohol might have actually done something.
You have reduced the amount of damage that the volley will do. Volley of arrows from the men at arms. It's the largest portion. That affected were men at arms.
Okay.
Because the knights were being under a little bit more disciplined. Don't check out the job.
We know these guys, they have some crazy PS they're gonna pull, you never know.
That's the best part is that mine counts magical. My bite
Yeah.
counts as magical.
What?
My bite.
Bites. Magic bites.
Oh, yeah, huh.
Monk shit.
There's that.
I'm technically a magical creature now, does mine count?
The spirit of that attack is not for it to be negated by resistances and immunities other than necrotic.
Resistance.
What is anyone else doing? Conrad. Lucia seems a little confused. She's all nervous. Hugo's oblivious. And your father-in-law,
So
not official, but is kind of aware but understands, like, what am I gonna do? He seems, well, not like depressed. He seems awfully useless. Like he doesn't like it. He's very upset by it.
understandable.
Frustrated.
I mean, this is more or less your main job. And Josh, if I were to recruit some of the essentially warriors from the monastery to help me out with this, because they're also getting under siege, how many would actually come and help me?
They're probably about 15, 20 of the commoners.
Okay, good, because that could I do other stuff? Because I would send.
Depends on what you want.
I was instead of essentially with the trees and how they fall over, you can essentially use some of the cuttings from them, and essentially make like covers for wood, and just have spikes underneath that are covered with debris and stuff.
On the brick road
Like
or throughout the forest.
throughout force.
Okay. Roll me 1d100.
You roll a one, one of us falls in the trap.
Meh.
I was like, can we go inside?
The whole map is totally finished.
Question.
Only took me a documented 32 hours.
Oh god.
And
How am I going to get the masked people in there without still having the disguise of my grandmother?
No,
I mean,
to the gates.
We're inside the fence, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean,
At least the outer
technically
fence.
not, you know.
Yeah.
Like the outer fence.
Oh, that's the thing. Just go to that area, Conrad. Go up there. I need, well, like 10 people, like as many people as there are. Those people just come out with me. I all nights. Grab them and take them inside,
Yeah.
and then you can just walk off. This change and just go back home.
Well, the interesting thing is going to be seeing a witch, like a full-on like witch.
Well, I mean, these are just like normal guys. I mean, we're just kind of surround them, and you can just transform real quick while the other guys come out.
Yeah.
And
Fair
I feel
enough.
like we could, like, keep them contained for a round or two while the other
Yeah.
guys come out.
and just go up there, knock on the door, and begin the opposite. Or
Just
Conrad
like, hey, we've got a bunch of people that need help that had witch things done. Can you come
No,
get
not
them?
burn them at the stake.
Do not burn them, please.
Well, they are full of vines.
Oh.
They'd probably be hiding
Well,
behind.
it's-
That's why you don't burn them.
We can just tell them that they were essentially taken by a witch and or sickened by her. So that might gain some sympathy.
Yeah.
There.
I went inside.
Scary. armors.
As you come in, you see these two big scary armors are now animate, moving. Can everyone make me a perception check?
I can certainly give it
Josh,
a
I'm
go.
a passive 21.
Is it sunny out?
Oh, thank you.
Only a D10. Danielle's characters that are asking you.
I don't know.
Pouring rain.
Excellent.
Just pouring rain.
Oh, the edge.
Emran looks like a wet rat.
More than normal.
More
With
than
your
normal.
Passive of 21 and your
Well, to be fair, Emran doesn't
Nat
normally look like a
20
wet rat.
19. Each of you see a small trickle mixing with the rain of blood coming from their inner chest.
Their ethics confuse me.
Yeah.
I mean, my ethics confuse me at this point.
If
But
I,
like,
if I know what these might be from, I'm like, oh, fucking
Say, I think I know it.
Not from a TTRPG.
Is it Warhammer thing?
Not from a TTRPG.
Elden Ring.
Not from a third-person video game.
Dark.
The third person.
it's Adventure Crusade.
Something that inspired Trench.
Yeah.
You see two minor judges standing next to these two animate armors. They are basically inspecting, asking people where they've been. They want your whole story.
Oh.
Plenty. I'm not off duty for another 12 hours.
dear
Oh,
God.
God. How long have you been on shift already?
6.
Okay.
Understandable. We aren't either.
Yeah.
We live.
We live.
You know what? These people, I can understand these
We
people.
can't,
I can understand these people.
out of character. We can't speak to you unless you speak to a lawyer, Isabel.
Lawyer. Your Honor, we would like to request the death sentence.
What? Don't look up a bill.
Your Honor, we would like to request the longest penalty possible.
I was
This is a
jaywalking.
minor misdemeanor, ma'am.
I like how two of us have already walked. Four of us have already walked.
Assume that this stopped you before you
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funnier if we just go cool.
Just walk past, just like, ah, we're fine.
statues turn with their glowing sensors on flails.
Oh.
Those don't look biteable.
The handle's nearly as thick as a column.
Oh my god.
Did they get our caravan of people?
You have not brought them in yet because you've not told them where you've been.
Yeah, I thought Conrad was
Oh,
telling them about it.
Oh.
I lost track of our order of operations here.
essentially, I'll go to them, Josh, and I'll be like, all right, I will tell them the entire story about how we go through. Ready? I actually could stand up in the wall.
People are standing.
You want to hear my story?
Just Conrad's like, all right, so after
It all started when I was born.
the Grand Inquisitor told us to go, and we left. We hunted down the witch. We found her in the swamps, and we battled her through her castle, and we battled her through essentially a large tree, and she was in control of how many was it? 12 people.
Something like that.
I'm not sure we got a final tally. I know it was
No.
7 that we went
At
through.
least
we
7.
found more on the way out.
Like a town
We'll go
around
with
like,
12.
around like 15 people. That were under
9. None of you were correct.
9 people that were underneath the
12
control
people, we
of
lost
the-
30.
Yeah, 9 people
Yeah, yeah.
under the control of the witch. She has magically forced them to be under her control via mask. And we were wondering if any of you knights, any of you warriors that'd be any other way to dispel or. And also, well, the way to get rid of them is to medically get rid of them as Heinrich did, but it'll take a while.
Sir, are you busy for the next 2 weeks? Your supervision would be greatly appreciated in the curing of these 9 individuals. You come with us.
Is what Everson has sending message. It's just help.
They actually pull out manacles on long chains. They chain each of these individuals, start pulling them out of necessity, licking my freaking dirtbag. It tickles. It's like she's not allowed in the room when I play.
Meet the 50.
They drag them unwillingly into the main chapel. You see them take a right into the judge's quarters, down a set of stairs, and you can follow.
Be alright. Oh, yeah.
Conrad, you are taken to, with their aid,
It's not bad.
Heinrich. You are taken down with them to the catacombs of this realm. It is a series of tunnels that are decorated from floor to ceiling with the bones of dead saints and warriors. Large arches made of skulls. Think French. The French, or the
Paris catacombs.
Beamers acting as small bricks on the floor.
What is that?
You know,
What's the word?
me a year ago would be scared of this
I'm not
place.
sure if it's
Just like internally thinking.
It's not Auschwitz.
You eventually come to a large open chamber with big arches supporting its ceiling, and many large cots have been lined up in preparation for the triage that will be
Do you know
coming.
what rumors of the dead
The minor judges start setting the men down and they start asking to explain in thorough detail how you cured this ill.
Heinrich just goes off medical jargon, specific nerve endings, musculature, skeleture.
These men seem to drink it up.
He just goes
Heinrich has found his people.
and just goes and goes and just like every detail that like a near, I guess, a resident doing rounds would be, because obviously he's not a professional in this field.
What do the rest of you do? Heinrich has been kidnapped.
Emran is going to first make sure that Estrella is taken care of.
Well, she not gonna be.
What would you want to have happened to her?
Just like make sure that she's alive and make sure that she's going to be well.
And where do you want her to be kept? With the judges? Where her parents,
Yeah.
his family are, or in the catacombs with the other individuals?
I think Estrella is fine.
She's just
No, but I think that I trust Heinrich with that. This is not the first time we've removed
a
vines
killer.
from people.
She's a plague spreader now, everyone dies!
This is not the first time Heinrich has removed vines from people and they've been fine.
Alright.
Do they have like quarantine rooms in this place?
The catacombs, yeah.
I think I'm in one.
Less scary quarantine rooms than this place.
I know it's a joke, but you get a strong feeling that this place was not meant to house this many monks, this many judges, this many inquisitors. It feels crowded and cramped.
I still think we're gonna put Estrella with the other people. I think she's fine.
That guys can actually hear my
Yeah.
because
Sometimes on Discord.
let's be honest, Conrad just like in the corner, like going tap tap with that decisions.
Do you
He's gonna
have an
make
opinion
or-
on this, Conrad?
What?
Do you have an opinion on this?
It's just. Did we?
At the very end of my
did we
speech,
check
it's like,
her for anything
please.
else?
I
Son of
suppose we
interested.
didn't.
Because
We should probably do it first.
after this.
Because you remember she was right next to your grandmother. We should probably check
No,
on
just
her.
tell him
make
what
sure
I'm gonna do with
everything
that. I
else
like
is
that.
good.
Fine.
Stick with the Inquisitor Isabel.
What
after
else?
this.
I want to make sure that she's treated
Or
nicely.
during the tempting.
The catacombs sound like a scary place.
Go there.
I will.
These failed foreigns.
If I run into her, I'll tell her you've been kidnapped.
Let my boyfriend out.
Final
I
decision
just walk
word.
past her, I say Heinrich's been
Well,
kidnapped, I say nothing else, I
I'm
leave.
going with Estrella to the catacombs then.
Oh,
Just making sure that she is going to be treated well.
the catacombs are filled with a light chant. It seems to echo off the walls. Exactly the music I'm playing, which ordinarily is not the sound you hear in the actual monastery. It's just very harsh silence.
You singing the Halo theme?
What do you think they got the idea? The Gregorian monks. Those guys know how to belt it out.
Oh yeah.
There was three.
They have 3 major achievements to their name. The foundation of genetics.
Beer.
That too, 4. The best calendar that's ever been made.
Wine.
Singing. 5.
Brandy.
Can we just wrap this under alcohol of various flavors?
Alcohol, cheese.
They actually did.
Cheese.
They
You
weren't
didn't
allowed
do
to keep
cheese, that-
animals. It was one of the weird rules. They weren't allowed to keep animals.
Mm.
They're just the cheese.
They had to get everything from charity,
Mhm.
which more often than not came from churches and surrounding towns. Sorry, history lesson aside. Llewellyn and
Thank you,
Amelia.
Mr. G.
You actually let her know that I'm gonna downstairs.
If I run into Maria.
Depends on where you're going, I guess.
What?
Depends on where you're going.
She's gonna go basically stop in with her family and then help with the defensive efforts.
You run into
You're supposed to be dead!
Isabel
I suppose.
in,
I
a,
wish you were dead!
in the reliquary hallway between the that's a lot of noise. Between the church and the judge's quarters, kind of like leaning over in pretty deep thought and kind of obviously stressed out.
Mhm. Understandable.
I'm stressing about the fact that my entire world is about to crash down around me.
Because of my vampire.
Kind of, yeah,
Now
Kinda,
the
yeah.
Bella of this
in a
whole
very
house
roundabout way.
figure.
Yeah.
God.
Bella, if she was gone, had very few boundaries.
Badass.
Congrats, I don't know.
Congrats, Heinrich.
Isabel,
You're
I can only
the
save you and turn into a vampire.
Oh God.
You're
But only
now
after
Edward.
marriage.
Only after marriage. And our child is half vampire, half human.
Oh God.
Goddamn resume.
Rene's resume.
Resume.
Motherfuckers making blade.
Called her a resume.
yeah.
They walk her.
Blade.
I know that's not her name, but yes it is.
It's making Daywalker.
Yeah. Deeper,
Either
deeper.
way, I'll tap her on the shoulder. And Heinrich's down in the catacombs helping cure the infected. He'd like to speak with you.
She gets up immediately, nods her head, and goes walking down. You hear very loud and very quick footsteps as
high-heeled
she
steppies.
comes down to the catacombs, you see her like stop in the hallway, like in a power stance.
Heinrich looks up, and he's just.
Not necessarily actually looking at you, but at the judges.
He like leans against a wall and turns to watch.
Heinrich's there, like blood everywhere. You know, like tree branches being pulled out.
Okay,
No need for patience.
Emran is still
Um,
probably covered in blood. I still only have 3 health.
Extremely like he's just.
She like looks around.
Oh.
You're obviously busy. You're doing important work.
Good talk, is he?
He looks up and turns around. He's just.
Well, I tried.
You hear like an audible sigh down the hallway.
She does send you a setting after a couple of hours. You're busy. So what do you want to talk?
My first thought was, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, boss. Oh. I'll talk to you after I'm finished. Yeah.
Melee, what are you doing to help build up the defense?
Hold up, I'm tired, boss. I'm a tired boy. He just says outright, like, not even thinking that she can hear it. It's one of those things where it just slips.
He says it out loud.
Same.
You hear one of the judges say, "We can rest for a bit."
I know. Well, it was like more sort of like descending.
Oh,
That, you know, it's kind of like a slip at the very end. It's just all she hears is the, I'm a tired boy.
we can
Same.
rest when the king rests.
Oh, we're not rested ever.
I feel like the judge's response was easier than
Yeah.
Isabel.
I'm not gonna feel well rested until I'm dead.
Although, you know, we might not die, so both of those options suck.
Yes, true. What are you doing to help build defense?
I'm gonna try and basically pull the same, because you're trapping everything around
Yes.
its forest, correct? I'm gonna try and like barricade the road if I can.
Guerrillas tactics. How do you
I'll
propose?
conscript some friends if they're willing to join me.
How do you propose that that's going to help?
I'm gonna slow them down and force them into the woods with all of Conrad's traps.
If we can take a short rest, I can cast plant growth to sort of block pathways and all that.
Well, we have 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
we'll get a long rest.
We'll make a note of that.
Yeah, we can take all our short rests and then still get a week of downtime.
Luella, what do you do?
Well, when it comes time to, well, I'm assuming now's the time to start making those holy vials.
If you've got spell slots, now's the time to start pouring them in.
Don't unless we can.
You've got 1 week.
Yeah.
You can take a long rest, and then another week, you've got your spell slots back. So 1 week, all of your spell slots can be converted into holy water if you'd like. Another week, you've got a long rest before the battle.
I'm gonna calculate how many castings of plant growth I can cast per long rest, assuming I have all of my spell slots.
Yeah, we're trying the Fortress of Eyes removal at this point.
Okay.
Because you know how
Which is the goal.
Eyes Ooh go.
Heinz will go.
The
You're
druid.
making Nazarick.
Yeah, we're making Nazarick.
Yeah. So after we've taken our first long rest, Llewellyn asked if there's a spot within the monastery where he can cast the ritual cast ceremony. Well, or how you described it was using every spell slot to create vials of holy water. Well, also kind of like doing it alone.
What are you
Who
doing?
do you ask?
What are you doing, Tandem? I just piss excellence.
I'm assuming the head church lady.
My Inquisitor.
Yes. I'm assuming she knows, since I heard her.
We have exactly what you were looking for. A room of deprivation of the sun.
Piss excellence.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Appreciate
he's found his people
all of
he's
your
not happy about.
contributions to the safety of our people and for the future of peace this kingdom. She leads you into a room that is bare of everything except for a tub filled with water and a single stool.
Okay.
The
You know-
walls are perfectly
I was joking about
smooth
that.
stone. Even the ceiling is perfectly smooth stone.
Okay.
You see large bags of salt piled up on the other end.
Okay, so as Llewellyn finishes placing the vials filled with water in front of him and using the salt to start making the ceremony spell, and he begins to remove armor until he is down to just his clerical robes. And he proceeds to get down on both his knees in front, or with the vials in front of him. And he recites, "In the name of my weeping God, I beseech thee, for I have lost my way, and strayed from your red bands of grace. I have seen the hate that I harbor for fellow clergy of both." What was the other god? Torm, and my kin within this monastery. As I perform this ritual of ceremony to fill these vials with holy water, may my blood be the blessing that creates thy holiness. And Llewellyn begins to remove a belt that's been hidden in his robes, and it unfurls into a small flail. In the name of the Lord on the rack, accept my penance and self-reflection. And he begins to strike himself back. Let me be absolved before your weeping majesty, that I may cleanly bear the burden of others in your name. And he strikes himself again. My knees may stagger, my bones may break, my will may fracture, but my faith stands strong on your shoulders, Lord, if you let it. And again, let the hate in my soul within these wounds. And again, tears flowing down his eyes. Let Ilmater's forgiveness heal me, so that I may continue to bear the burden, the wounds, and the pain that I bear on the shoulders of my companions, their loved ones, and the clergy that assist us in this time. And with the final strike, he digs deep into his back and flings out both splatters of blood and parts of his skin in the general direction of the vials. And as he's finished with casting ceremony, Llewellyn gets up, and while the blood is still fresh and flowing, he goes to each vial one by one, giving equal drops until he has given his blood to all the vials, and then proceeds to put back on both his undergarments, clothes, and his armor, and walks out like just a crate full.
Good crap, man.
Badass.
Good crap, man.
Badass.
Good crap. We love prayers.
Oh,
we love
yeah.
that role play.
Ignore Daniel's comment.
He said,
Oh, was
Danielle, I think say to leave at 11. Boy.
Alright, I'll
Back it
So
up.
what? I'm gonna be over there like
I totally imagine
Holy
the two groups that are like
Rotate the
not
holy
actually
water.
brought
Oh,
in.
God.
Just like
It's
surgery.
It's
That's
spicy
why.
water.
It's very funny.
They start just shoving more patients on you. Sorry, one second.
Amelia probably smell fresh blood on
She smells fresh blood. I mean, then
Well, I'm being down in blood right now.
Oh, yeah.
Me.
Yeah. So probably you and
I don't know, just like
Smell
my
blood.
stomach's rolling.
Oh, nice on the drone. He's sitting there. He's just, man, what the fuck?
Have you
No,
drunk it yet, or was it just me? 'Cause
I
thought
drunk
you-
it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were waiting to talk to the bell yet.
no. I would. It's sitting there, and it's like, I might as well, right? What's the worst that can happen? I like they force me. They try to kill me.
Same as everyone else we know.
It makes no difference to him, right? Because Heinrich is always about the character of the individual versus what they are. So it's gonna be an interesting conversation,
Definitely.
to say the least. And so,
How did Emran end up being like one of the least broken members of this party?
what do you mean, least broken?
You're a vampire. You're a vampire. You're a
Find the
You're
Morgan!
By the Morgan! Your lineages!
Yeah.
Your grandma fucked you guys! Literally
And
and
yet
figuratively!
Still just like pushing onwards.
Yes, because we've already. Yes, we've covered your.
No, I'm pushing
I'm kidding.
onwards.
And making
Destination is,
interesting choices
changing
about
on
it.
Evan, that's good crap. Keep doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, and Heinrich is sitting here getting like 4 hours of sleep each night, just pushing forward. Just not even saying a word.
Everyone after the first week. Estrella wakes up. Her eyes are foggy.
Oh shit.
Estrella,
By the night.
are you okay?
Am I still asleep?
No. It's me, Emran. Estrella can't see, but Emran just starts crying.
Just, yeah, I see all of them. The passenger for
Well,
41.
you're in the same room.
Yeah.
Emran just kind of looks at Heinrich, pleading, but knowing that nothing can be done about that.
You look and you just bagged in the eyes, like blood everywhere. Tired. He looks and he's just beyond me. As he moves on to the next patient.
Estrella, from my view, your eyes are foggy.
She tries to blink them over and over.
I don't think it's gonna fix them.
Big tears begin to well up at the corners of her eyes and spill down onto the cot that she's been laid on.
So sorry.
She just covers her face with both of her hands. She begins to run.
Emran will just hug her tight and cry with her.
As Heinrich, like, let him turn around and say, I want to take her out here eventually, so he's just here.
Here, Estrella, I'll guide you.
She pushes you off.
Let's-
She doesn't touch right. She's frustrated. She's angry. She's tired. She's tired.
Do you
And
need
she
me to go?
just continues to.
I'll be right here. For as long as you need me. I'll only leave if you tell me to.
She doesn't seem capable. of speech. He weeps that he is deep and racking. And the moans and groans of other patients suffering in the room fill you with this deep pit of dread. It's gonna do that. Till after about that 12 hours, she tries to like push herself up off the cot and begins to take a few shaky steps to the center of the chamber, her feet unsteady on the uneven bone floor.
I will offer her my hand. Take if she needs it. I'm Pokey feet.
I don't think she wants, and she very much and very obviously that wants to try to do this as if a form of denial of the disability that she's gained and the despair of the world that she's living. She tries to walk, she stumbles several times reaching the stairs, which when she steadies herself on the wall, she finally accepts her hand to help her up the stairs.
Every time you need me, I will be here.
She whispers that she will.
I know I can't make that promise, but I can at least try. You know, for a while, I thought I didn't need my cane. I would stumble and fall. My knees would constantly have bruises and scrapes. It was only after I took an especially hard fall on some rocks that I finally accepted a cane. I don't have it anymore. It keeps feeling like I fall on rocks every single day. But I will be with you as much as I can.
She seems to be a
It's okay. Still be there for those that need me.
other than trying your best to help Stray with this harsh world. Anything else that you
We're gonna cast plant growth around the monastery to provide like a natural barrier.
you post it?
Sure.
How big is it? It's like half a mile? Quarter of
Uh,
a mile?
It has like two.
Yeah, there's two
the
modes.
first mode is 100-foot radius. Plants become thick and overgrown.
Well, you enrich the ranch.
Yeah, the other one takes 8 hours and enrich the land for a year.
Yeah, so that doesn't. That's not.
I mean, I can do that for them anyway, just to, make sure they don't run out of food.
How are you using this to create a barrier, and what is the barrier?
We are finding like roots in the path and like stray branches, and we're just like, for the first time, Emran's magic shows up as green instead of its normal like cyan, and just kind of grab them and start like weaving them together to form like a barrier of root and vine and wood.
I like the flavor, but around.
Just like going in a perimeter around the monastery as much as I can.
Full closed.
Yeah.
How many times can you cast?
4 times per long rest, not counting short rests at the moment. But per short rest, I can add 2 more times.
How many times are you doing that? I'll give you. I don't think it makes sense to be able to rest more than 3 times per long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Get this Ricky realism mode.
Yeah.
How many times is that?
Let's see, that's 4 for the second week, and then for short rest, that's 6, 8, 10.
I need a calculator.
I'm wondering if we could, if there's a way we could essentially more or less decided to change the winds. Make
Mm.
it a day where it's essentially storming every day.
I
So
don't
you're-
have any kind of magic to change the winds.
If I can't control the weather, I'd have a lot less
There will be a
problems.
200-foot gap if you're trying to make a full turn. Where do you want that gap?
The front gate.
That's kind of what I was thinking, because we can defend the front gate.
And it's a kill
That's
box.
also
Yeah, because we've got the traps, and we've got
That's
the
what we-
barricades.
Yeah.
And we've got the men,
Woman too.
and the women too.
We're going.
Hopefully,
Well, we
dear
might
God,
not
not the
kill all of
children.
you.
Hopefully, dear God, not the children.
You hear that, Evan? Dear God, not the children.
But like the whole time, Emran is like visibly angry. And like that anger is kind of being woven into the plant a little bit. Like thorns are kind of popping up every so often.
You start to get a lot of looks from the Inquisition.
Emran does not care anymore.
Also, Conrad, it's like looking over, it's like just kind of realizing how bad it is.
Man, I'm being a fucking sweaty gamer down in the basement. I'm gonna come up and be
Yeah.
like, what the
'Cause,
fuck?
like, Emran's
Well, I'm
mother is out of
transformed below.
commission. Estrella is now blind. Her one remaining sister is still out there and still evil. Well, who knows? Maybe I could convince her later, but we'd have to find her.
You killed my mom.
And
Okay, she fucked.
Emran has at least an inkling of an idea that something's weird with Amelia and Heinrich.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think enough is pretty visible that there's something going on.
yeah,
Amelia basically hasn't taken her helmet off since.
yeah. Just like, okay,
I've been in the basement the entire time.
if they want to
That's
tell me,
gross.
they can tell me, but I'm not going to ask. I'm well aware of how much you want to keep secrets, because I have so many of my own.
Let me adjust the first few encounters.
And then, like, just because of how much he's deserving,
Also, Josh,
she just knows.
Also,
and
also,
before anyone says anything, can we get a few messages out to the Eagles to essentially
Yeah.
say what I was talking about Radiant? These people essentially know magic.
You know, if you're using the Ravens, I assume you're the only one who can do that.
Yeah, well, the Eagles.
Casting
Yeah.
sending via
Your-
lunar
Your
monster.
Ravens.
I could send a raven, but people might
Well,
raise
I'll say-
questions.
Send it to. Send it to our what's her last name? Our fucking night friend.
Magnus?
Magnus.
he does
Is he Eagle?
Yeah.
And also Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Assuming
they're-
he's
they're-
not going to be chicken shit.
Well, no, it's the thing. This one, I don't think you will. More or less say, hey, this is basically our final stand. Essentially, Conrad's essentially making him, essentially him. It's all.
We're really both just walking up to Gabriel, triggering all his trouble, making him to work with us.
Yes. Hey,
I
hey,
do.
buddy,
Like, hey,
arms are about to,
I'm going to guilt trip you.
So bad. Blood
Can you actually give me a type message for sending to him by a raven?
Oh, well, I was gonna say one of these guys actually send it.
He spent all of his spell slots on Holy Water.
Isabel.
You want Isabel to send it to Gabriel.
Oh.
Is that a good idea?
Like,
Yeah,
all
she's
she
met
can
Magnus.
do is Gabriel.
She's met Magnus during the tree
She can send
escapade.
it to Magnus,
Yeah.
definitely, but do you want her to send it to Gabriel?
No.
Okay.
Because Isabel met Magnus during the tree escapade.
Eventually, I'm like thinking, well, I want us as a group before it just turns into Conrad says this. It's more or less going to be, please send aid. The Scarlet Inquisition will be great allies in the fight against Karstein. Please send aid to relieve the army that is going to attack us. We will repel most of it. We just need essentially a force to help us defend and to get people out. Anyone has any experience on that?
I mean, tell
Not
them, like,
really.
when it's happening, and
Yes.
probably what strength we're up against.
Kind of without looking up from his work, like, yeah, that sounds good.
I'm not convinced Heinrich was listening.
No, he's listening.
All right. Well,
It's just he's more pressing matters right
Yeah.
now.
Josh,
Like,
I think I've got the message. This is going to Magnus, so it's not as delicate. The man's pretty straightforward. Check him.
I'm sitting here like, he's like,
Connor needs to try to sneak back into the camp and just stare at it again.
You got traps to be making. You got war crimes to commit.
Fair enough. Well, it's as Connor might have probably taken out a good number of the men. Also, Connor is just ensuring that it's, oh yeah, I did dysentery the need. I did dysentery the alcohol.
Hit him where it hurts. Yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
we're not really. We're just not as good as.
I think that's
Yeah.
going to be a largely a matter
Morally
of perception
gray.
by the end of it.
Lord Wagner cannot assemble the men at arms. 2 weeks, the one will make the call to assemble them regardless. I will lead 50 cavaliers down through Playa to strike against the rear wall. Another 60 knights back me up. But this
Thank
will
you.
incur casualties.
You'll also incur great casualties on all our strength men.
We will only be able to arrive on the 7th day, so it would be unwise for us to attack while they are in Derbyshire.
It's
Understand that Lord Wagner needs your promise that you will aid him in his stand against the nobles of Stadborough.
For the recording, Michael just slammed his fist into his chest in a salute kind of deal.
So wait,
I
Stan,
have-
That was that
what's going
thunk.
on with Stan?
Your word
I
and
know.
the word of the others.
just
Unilaterally.
no, because Michael knows he's going to fuck me over, so I'm dragging you through my shit, so you guys have to deal with all my bullshit, and essentially, more or less.
Your bullshit is my bullshit. My bullshit is their bullshit. His bullshit is all of our bullshit.
Exactly.
We're all
Oh,
bullshitting
That's what
together.
I know. Lord Ragnar wants us or needs us to essentially do shit against Karstein.
You want me to assassinate the noble?
Oh no.
Can I ask what's going on with the nobles in Stanford? What is he talking about?
An abduction ring has
Mm.
shown its face. People are going missing. Hundreds of
Mm.
people.
Oh.
Oh, I got that. About that.
Also, I have a question. Sometime during the 2 weeks, could I have like made a little escapade over to Cave Ball and alleviate curse? Like, how many days does it take to get to Cave Ball?
Anyone have any questions for Magnus? Lord
I
Wagner.
don't think so.
What are you doing today?
I'll probably just ask more about the abductions, but it's more or less if they have any more information, but we're more or less dealing with that. It's now.
And now it's gonna be thank God we're not dealing with Fae bullshit anymore and magic. This is gonna be kind of strict.
They arrive and there's a thorn wall.
The fake bullshit is ours now.
Chose the wrong time to have a
Crunch.
And then I'll just hear his loud crunching. Of the
Some of those motherfuckers have license. Oh, shit.
Heinrich, you were relieved after 3 days.
Just 3 days?
Of 16-hour shift.
For how long?
For the next 2 weeks.
Oh.
Well, for the remaining part of the 2 weeks.
Okay.
What are you going to be doing to prepare?
People you don't help.
Yeah, my strengths. First thing I do is sleep.
Per day.
Then
Full 18 hours sleep. I get that.
Well, all your stuff is I guess it's during the 2 weeks, right? Lopping down trees and things like that.
So, I mean, you can probably help me, or
Mm.
if you want to, make an encouraging plan, as I have, to poison them.
I'm already poisoned now.
Stop, I didn't stop.
Oh, shit.
Could spread the virus. No, I don't think I'll keep looking.
I bet you keep glancing up at me.
Jeez. Oh,
The funny thing is, I can tell that this was just legit a church.
yeah.
Like,
Be a
they've got
good
footsteps. There's a dude who turns a page at some point.
yeah, because I can't really disguise myself as well or be invisible, so I feel like my chances are
Who you want this time?
the chances of me sneaking in aren't as great, and I can't wear armor.
Well,
Because like I can get you a disguise, whether or not it lasts until you get to Darrowshire is another
It
question.
won't, because it only lasts an hour.
like this.
No, disguise kit.
Like this.
Something that
You can make up.
you can go through the water. If you have essentially a tag that has like something clothes and stuff that you can have essentially dry. You can just go into the water, get into the town, and essentially pop very very
The water
splash,
would
put on
wash
the armor.
off any makeup. Emran does not have waterproof makeup.
Not sure we've invented waterproof makeup.
No,
I don't know what makes.
I don't
well,
know.
and well, not only that, it's like mechanically, I don't have a poisoner's kit. I don't have experience with poisons. A lot of this stuff has been pertaining to disease. Just to say, I mean, like I could try to give him like pigs. Maybe.
Trap.
Give him the flu.
Yeah, I could help the trap building. I'm trying to think of like his strengths. Right now, I could pick the
You could what?
I could pick off some of the arms.
Stand
I
on
don't
top
know
of the
if we
wall.
want to make aggressive attacks before they move. That might accelerate their plan.
Yeah, that might draw aggro.
Um,
It's one thing to wait for the encounter, it's another to walk in and pull the boss.
Yeah.
Also, this Knights have anything against the Griffin Knights? Essentially the Griffins. They have anything against the Griffins. Well, besides him.
The Inquisitors are capable of doing that radiant bolt, but that's really it. All the judges are very much, I have a hammer, and everything looks like a nail.
I
They
think
view
our
that as
best
a more repentance for the.
I think our best options for range are us,
That's what I'm saying.
which is
Maybe-
unfortunate.
I don't know if there's any way Heinrich could more or less make something or convince it for the people to do something that would essentially greatly help us out.
I mean,
Or spears with rope on them, maybe drag him down.
I mean, how about this? People? How about this? Me, you switch. You go out and build traps. I stay back and I build a trebuchet.
a
Trebuchet.
Yeah, trebuchet or ballista.
Well, you don't want.
Something to knock them out.
Trebuchets are more like siege weapons now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
trebuchets are
to
more
start
siege
going
weapons.
out.
Like ballista
mean, I
more for
could-
hitting agile flying creatures.
I like if we're going full guerrilla warfare, right? I could totally do like mark myself a path, like from the monastery out, and still like meet and begin to pick them off as I'm running back in. type of deal. I'm trying. I mean, like I could do. I guess I could figure out how to make jars of poison. Just.
The other thing coming out of my niche done is like that was just essentially our idea was to make a list of or something like that.
Because and the reason I'm saying is because Heinrich just doesn't know. This is not his expertise by any means, right? And trap making, you know, he's still learning a lot about poisons, stuff like that. I mean, thanks for the book.
And all of Conrad's trap designs and making
Actually, Josh, is there enough ingredients here to make potions of healing, or some like salves that have the same effect?
Absolutely.
I'll do that.
Potions of healing are necessary.
One a day.
One a day.
Pretty good.
So we've got 7.
We got 11. Flat out.
Nice.
Oh, I mean, I guess I could take. I could have to take a week and try to
Try to what?
reverse engineer some.
I think healing potions are gonna be more useful, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna take
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no.
effects.
If
we end up in that much of a battle of attrition with them, I think we'll be
yeah,
lost.
no. Yeah, no, if we definitely end up in a battle like that, we would have definitely lost.
Yeah.
Cool.
That would be
I
our side to
will-
try and get our families and punch them
Yeah.
and break out.
I'll make 11 healing potions.
Are we keeping all of them?
I'll set it out, or I guess more importantly, the important individuals in the Inquisition. So the Grand Inquisitor, High Judge, and then Isabel, because closest to him. Do they have potions of healing, or
Grand Inquisitor carries 1 supreme potion of healing and 2 superiors.
Nice.
The High Judge carries 5 greater, 2 superior, and 12 minor.
They're
Okay.
fine.
Isabel? She takes 2. She gets 2.
She would normally in her kit carry 6. I'm busy.
Yeah. Take 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9 left. So everybody gets 1 round. Who has additional? I think Conrad needs an additional one.
I'm at 2.
I'm at 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll need 2, so that's 7. And there's 2 more that we could split up. Evan, how many do you have?
So are we all getting 2 then?
Well, you're already at 2 right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You're already at
I'm
2.
at 2.
Alright.
2.
Can I petition for one because I do all the crazy shit that's
Sure.
Yeah.
solo
You,
adventures.
you can get a 3rd one. Now there's 1 extra
Plus
one.
I have regen.
I'll take it.
Sure.
Evan, how many do you have? Potions?
Yeah, healing potions. You're getting 1.
You're getting 2.
Okay.
That number set up.
No
Comment?
problem.
So we should
Yes.
all be at 2 except for Conrad.
Yeah.
Oh, quick question, Josh. How much vials of holy water did I make? How many vials of holy water did I make? How am I supposed to?
1 per spell slot level.
Or 12. Okay, I made
Per
12.
spell slot level.
So 12 total.
So a 2nd level spell slot would make 2.
Uh,
So have fun doing that. It'll be a lot, and if you keep them for the party, you'll have enough for the end of the campaign.
Nice.
Probably.
But Josh, do
We
these
just
be
drown
damaging
Charstein in
exemplars?
holy water.
So I'm gonna treat these just basically. I kind of want to dabble with a blade oil system. Holy water, oil. There will be others that you might gain access to. Maybe not in this campaign because it just really
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Holy water is going to be the go. Bonus action: apply it to 10 ammunition or to your weapon for 1 minute. It will do 1d4 of an element type of damage. If you give spiders more options,
Nice.
gives
How many
monks,
people
monks
do I
also.
acquire?
yeah, I made
I am totally fine with
Let's
you
do
also
that.
going.
Glug glug glug.
So is that gonna hurt your fingies?
I mean,
Right.
27. 20.
Soon.
Not
yet.
How many?
After we murder all those people.
27.
27 holy waters.
I'll take. Well, how do you want to split? Right, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Well, 4 of us are melee.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Can I get an extra one? Just because I do all the extra
Yeah,
shit?
Yeah, sure. So everybody will get 6, except he gets 7.
Okay, so who wants to take the one less? I can take the one less. Fine with that. We only having 5.
This may seem a little bit like you might learn why this happened later. Heinrich, we have an update
Mm.
after your 3 16-hour shifts. You dream of hymns, but they twist, becoming drums deep and savage. The white stone of the Scarlet Monastery peels away like flesh, revealing black rock pulsing with heat. As you descend in your dream to the catacombs, beneath relics and altars, below even the crypts, you find a vast vault of bone. In its center is a colossal skull bound in rusted chains, its tusks cracked, its eye sockets smoldering. Blood seeps from the stone and it flows uphill. You hear a voice, not aloud, but in the marrow of your spine. Bury no more. War never ended. Unchained.
What
Welcome to the
the
Nightmare
fuck?
Club.
What the fuck?
We end the session there. Okay.
Hold up. What did you say, Josh, before that? That will make sense eventually. Go back to warnings here. Emilia's warning.
Yeah, I'm looking for that too.
What new flavor of oncoming doom is this?
It's not uncommon.
It's already here.
Ever present
Here
doom.
we are.
Leftover.
Scarlet Inquisition has the Morrigan in their basement.
The land itself is remembering what it fears. That seems prevalent here.
Anyways, so after the 2 weeks are up, we establish you're making it.
I am gonna talk to Isabel though.
What do you want to talk about?
Eric, where are they? Sits down. I don't know what they'll talk, but it sits down. It just says, "How much do you know?
A lot of things.
How much do you know about me?"
Plenty.
Anything's also close.
Have you read my mom? I'm see. Recent. 2. Did you just come into my quarters and read my mind? Did you walk into my room and read my mind?
That's Karen.
Yeah. I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. So you. You know all my secrets now.
All is very for long term. By all.
All as in.
Can't go very far back. Best friend of the child. When you get the sense that you didn't
Catching strays.
Catching strays out here.
stray, that's a shot to the
I
head.
know, it directly is a strut to my head. Do you know what I've become then?
know, but I do not understand.
In what way? Why?
Why? How? What? Sleep is a lucid state of unconnected and far-reaching memories, all trying to vie for the attention of the subconscious mind.
That's a lot of words for Ethan. A lot of big words for Ethan.
And that you did something with something that I would consider a monster. But I don't know what. I don't know what it's done to.
Of what I've become or what I'm going to do. Can I do an inside check to just to pinpoint more of instead of being broad, but like pinpoint?
No, you can't have
I was gonna ask for it. +2?
No, I'm not giving you a flat.
Something.
She doesn't fear you. She fears what you attached yourself to. And for what reason?
How does Ethan use words? Oh my god. It is Grace and I've become just playing in the background. Why? I thought I reached what I thought was the peak of what humans could reach without additional help through my own hard work and sweat, tears and blood, facing my own fears.
What
And
would
then
you choose?
to kill. And
Or why would you choose? Why would you not come to us? To understand you. People who were you chose something totally different from us. That's what I'm something.
Because at the time, from the things that I knew, to me, it seemed like the best option to get to the end goal. What did you say, Josh?
Impulsive.
I had a feeling that. No, that's fire. Wanted to hear your thoughts on it. I had some suspicions after you told me to. After I encountered people. Why leave me alive after learning what?
I vouch for your life and I vouch for your character before the High Inquisitor and the High Judge.
So they also know.
The High Inquisitor knows everything. He is the connection that maintains the monastery as it is. I can hide nothing.
How do they view it?
The judge sees you like a rabid dog that needs to be put on a leash and thrown into the right direction until it burns itself out and dies. The High Inquisitor is a woman of many secrets. Does not share much, but she has not spoken of you since I and she found out.
Like, what is the viewpoint of vampires then?
The High Judge is absolute. Most of his understandings and views, but he bends the knee to the Inquisitor and the plan that she has created for us. The Inquisitor believes that you are
Until I'm not.
so we're not.
As tools.
Against things that we can't see. Trust her implicitly. But I know that someday I will be caught up in the scheme and I will suffer and die. It's penance for my actions.
Do you fear? As I said before, obviously you do not fear me. But
Heinrich, I've known you for 3 years. I have known you more than a child. Spent many years of my childhood in disguise in Darshak, escaping from the Inquisition in the monastery.
Carol history check. As I stated before, he had a notebook for almost every single visitor that came in. Their preferences. And especially for a little girl sporadic here and now again that he doesn't see in town as often, especially with her color of hair too.
She was not as she looked.
Okay. You know, I've been on the system first.
This is going to be a relative high DC.
Is it above 20?
No.
Perfect.
She's been in Derbyshire.
It just sucks I can't give you a 10. Like, no, fuck you, I'm not going to 10 for that.
Oh. She might get
5.
a 10.
No.
Say, no, you fail. Be
Unless
that petty.
inspiration.
I don't have any.
Well, hold on.
I'm 80% sure everyone's used all of theirs.
I'll check some first because I almost forgot.
Important.
Because I had 2 long rests.
15.
15. You recall seeing a young girl, never catching her name, never hearing about her from other kids at the edges of the town looking in, but never being brave enough, or even with adults. So, like, she was never with adults, never brave enough to enter in past like house's provisions. May he rest in peace.
Cameron.
That's all the way.
Cameron, but captured by the indoctrinators
Yeah.
of a different kind.
I mean, if
you
we're,
said, like in a different life, you would make a good inquisitor. It's just like,
The-
Isabel might be that life.
the other question is like, you know, if I do remember it, what would young Heinrich do? Right? Would he leave bread out?
PETA.
It's not like she was ever starving,
Yeah,
but
but
always like timid and scared and afraid of what she was seeing in
I think he probably like would have left like the old, you know, like it just I don't know. Just when I think about it, especially with how Heinrich is, I feel like that's just something he would do when he was younger. But you know, maybe she stopped coming and he just forgot.
That's
I,
probably what.
I think I think that's a fair assumption. So.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like Iron's a guy that had a bowl with like the old bread and stale bread to like people that can't buy it or something.
Mhm. And still get whipped for it.
Yeah.
Get a belt for it, but it's also like good.
Anyways.
Yeah.
What does that mean for this conversation?
So you do.
Oh, Conrad is probably one of the most touched individuals in your town.
Damn.
Like him.
Understandable.
The second was Gabriel.
Yeah.
The High Judge wanted to execute him as a demon. We learned better.
How many visitors did you kill?
Well,
Moved.
No, it's a very difficult conversation. Very difficult individual to
She's patient.
skirt around.
She's waiting.
I know.
And then just sitting there.
She's like, yeah, I expected that.
That is the reaction most people have to me.
It's just no. How much do you know about vampires?
Records document them to be a large threat to authority structures within holy cities, trying to corrupt holy men into something below them as some sort of game. They see everything that is not vampiric as lesser and below them.
What do you think about vampires?
That one of my best friends just became one. Without telling me. Without a solid or good reason. The impulsive one that is. That is one of strong character and strong conviction. Who was someone incredibly important to them also came to the same decision.
Yeah.
And she uses me more. All things don't make sense in this world around me, and you make me afraid more than I think even Karstein does.
Those are all wild cards.
Because you're impulsive and because you were not bound by any code or any, that I am afraid you will do something to the man who saved my life.
I'm trying to remember. Has she said to me before who saved his life? Who saved her life? I hope it wasn't Karstein. I don't think it was.
Ooh, Wallen?
Oh yeah, no, it was. Oh yeah.
If you had put the context together
I think
before,
so.
it was Llewellyn. She has never outright said.
Mm-hmm. No, but there's a lot of context clues that I could have put together. That just haven't. To like there's no great way to say like yeah like we never mean no harm, but like we're so impulsive that it brings harm.
Well, she's got a whole misunderstanding with Amelia willingly making the choice, really.
Mhm. And everything. A bit. Sticks, thank you.
Yeah, by the edge of my mustache.
Manage my mustache too a lot of time.
Join me in eternity.
Join me in eternity. I'll save you and become a true vampire. Be a vampire bound by blood. Blood from the blood dragon. And what do you think about me if I did progress?
Would be validating my fear and becoming a greater risk to everything that I've spent my entire life.
What if I was bound to a code?
What accountability?
You? I'm staring at this man's eyes for too long. What do you mean about that?
Saying that I should kill you. I believe that you've gone strayed too far from my path.
I need help understanding what your path is, but it's not a bad start. I know what can happen. You know me. I don't like harming unnecessary lives.
I'm starting to believe that.
Fair. Which is why I'm beginning to understand that I do need some sort of accountability. The individuals I'm with, just as impulsive, does not help. More so.
What was that?
Rude.
Just whispering rude louder and louder.
And I am wise enough to know that the man that I once was has significantly changed, and the man that I am becoming, I do not know.
If you want accountability, I will hold you to this. Speaking upon the supper and the man on the
Is it more flavorful to take the vile blood out now instead of saying I did previously? What is the path that you walk?
I'm a sacrificial lamb that will take the suffering of others upon myself. The deed is done and leave happy, but others suffer less for the more than I have.
So a never ending cycle until you pass away.
Till I die. And taken it. With others.
Or until the Grand Inquisitor sees no more use of you.
At that point, then I will welcome my lord with glee and childlike wonder. Because I will know that then my purpose is fulfilled under the direction of the Grand Inquisitor.
Out of character. Fuck with your ball. Let's fucking roll with it. Let's see how this goes. As Hammock reaches into his bag, you know, rummages around a little bit. He just says, "There have been times when vampires have been greeted by blood not themselves. There's been times where vampires have had no blood. I do not feed." You know, as he begins to pull out a vial of his blood. Not that he's saying whose it is. Right.
Does need to.
And
Don't think about it too much.
he begins to hold it up, right? And he says, I do intend to take the next step in this. Of having a feast upon blood. I'm trying to gauge her reaction to this. What insight? Okay. DC 30.
I'm not gonna go that high, but
See it. Insight. 23.
Nice.
just this deep, small pit of fear behind her pupils of what does this mean and what are you about to become? Questions that enter into her mind. She tries to grab you by the wrist, but she kind of pulls her hand back before she does.
What is it?
Not be too long.
I know. Sorry.
I was also considering having a conversation with Isabel.
That'll probably have to wait until the
Yeah.
Yeah.
first next session.
Next session. Would- Feels so weird. Will you help me satiate the thirst every month to prevent me from harming others. So
The blood of the sufferer waters the ground of the innocent to create a future flourishing, bountiful promise.
I'm assuming that's a yes. Out of character. Thanks, Josh.
I mean, are you innocent?
Not anymore.
That's not who she's talking about.
Yeah.
She's saying that she will suffer for the innocent so that he does not have to do it to them.
Uncorks the vial and drinks it.
You collapse under the pain of every bone in your body breaking and reforming. Every muscle fiber reknitting itself. Something stronger. She catches you before you hit your face on the floor.
It's there's no grunts, there's no screaming. It's just visible pain.
It's just a crack tooth or two. Or the clenching.
Yeah, you hear the cracking, hearing the snapping of bones.
That will be where we end the session.
Boy.
A very toxic relationship.
In person always brings out like the deepest roleplay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's
God, why can't we do this all the time?
Right?
Why do you have to live in Idaho?
Why do you have to live in Zuni, Idaho, and
The res.
different places?
To be fair, mine is reservation in here.
Yeah, several different places. It's not always at the same time. At the,
Yeah, let's
at
stop the
the
recording.
consistent time.